Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2. Welcome, SimFans. Hello, SimFans. Welcome, one and all, to Saturday night live stream. SimFanatic with you, coming to you live stream. We've got a good one on our hands here, SimFans. I think some good, some bad, some ugly, right? How are all of you tonight? Welcome. Good to have you here. See if we've got 9 or 10. Appreciate you joining me tonight. All right, SimFans, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Thank you again for joining. Great to have you. Great to have you, SimFans. Welcome. All right, well, let's get started. So, got a pretty big script tonight for all of you. I spent probably, SimFans, the most time I've ever spent on a script for a stream to date, right? So I spent a better part of the day digging deep into the Sim Update 5 on the PC side. Welcome those of you that are on the console as well if you're with us, but we focus on the PC side, of course, right? But we're welcoming all of our console friends as well. Don C, hey, how is it going? Aviation, welcome Aviation, glad to have you here. Alan Cleveland in the house. Alan, good to see you all, my friends. Thanks for joining. So yeah, today, SimFans, I dug into the, I got it installed, of course, when it was released, but I didn't really have time due to work, family, and other things. Somebody's crashing behind us. But yeah, so I didn't get a lot of time to spend in it. And so I was like, wow, this is good. And then I was like, wow, this isn't so good. Wow, I'm conflicted. And I think probably many of you, I've seen you in Discord, talking about the things that, some of the frustrations with the crash of desktop. And of course, Asobo and Microsoft released not too long after they released Sim Update 5. They released a hotfix for it as well, as many of us have gotten. We'll get into that as well. Seem to fix some issues, but there's still some issues. CTDs, if you will, crash the desktops sometimes in the world map menu and that. So, you know, I'm assuming Microsoft and Asobo will fix those things. They were obviously focused on the console release, and so Sim Update 5 for the PC side as well, but I think they're really focused on the console. So we'll get into that. So again, welcome SimFans to this Saturday night's live stream. We've got a good one for all of you. Tonight we'll be flying the new PA-28-161 Piper Warrior 2, and that is, of course, from Just Flight, and we'll be flying that from here in Chicago O'Hare International Airport, which, by the way, SimFans, I've got the payware scenery here brought to you by FSDreamTeam. And final destination will be Burke Lakefront Airport in Cleveland, Ohio, with a couple stops on the way, which we'll get to during our pre-flight here in just a moment. So, yes, so the focus tonight, SimFans, of course, is going to be on Sim Update 5, right? It's going to be the focus on the PC side. If you are on the console, still stick around because we'll get into a little bit of that, but it's really, this stream's going to be more tonight, live stream focused on the PC side with the Sim Update 5. As you can tell right now, SimFans, as you can see, I've got the frame rate counter and it's kind of bumping up and down a little bit there on 26, 27. Now, here's the thing. I'm actually running right now, for the most part, most of the key settings I'm running right now in Ultra settings. Yes, in fact, indeed, SimFans, you heard me correctly. I went from medium to low to almost ultra on most settings, not all. And by the way, if you check out the description below, I actually added for the stream, and I'll keep it there for the future ones, my PC specs, but then also every single setting that I have for graphics in general for Microsoft Flight Simulator, including the resolution, ambient occlusion, all that stuff. I've got it listed below if you want to check it out. So that's what I'm flying, but I do have it at ultra. Now keep in mind, before Sim Update 5, the frame rate that you're seeing up in the upper right is pretty much where I was sitting before with medium settings, right? Not ultra, medium settings. And here's the other thing. I had to remove Derzawiecki's Chicago landmarks. I was hoping I could, like, you know, if you saw the thumb, I was hoping I could fly through there because I wanted to check out performance there as well. But yeah, this is ultra settings. I don't even have my new system yet. I'll get into that here in a little bit as well. But so anyway, so I've got ultra settings, and so I'll get into that a little bit later too. Are the ultra settings, do they mean the same thing that they did pre-Sim Update 5? We'll get into that. And so with Sim Update 5, again, I am super excited but conflicted. I'm impressed and I'm a bit disappointed. I'm happy but kind of sad. I'm excited but also agitated. I'm hopeful and discouraged. And hey, all of this and where we are today with Microsoft Flight Simulator and where MS and Asobo are going. All right, so again, I'm going to get into that. I mean, overall, I haven't had a lot of time in it. Probably many of you probably had more time than I've had. There's definitely things I think is great, like the smoothness, the reduced stuttering, although some of you have probably experienced some stuttering since Sim Update 5. But again, I'm really conflicted. It'll be interesting to see where where Microsoft and Asobo go with this. And again, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get into that later. Okay, so, but we'll be using, as always, the Honeycomb Alpha Flight Controls. We'll be using the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. They've got the cam on that for you. And the Thrustmaster TPR pedals as well. Our pre-flight tonight, first off, I want to say thank you to Pins 710. I think Lucas, and he put in our Discord server, he offered up a recommendation for the flight tonight. He said, hey, why don't we stop at Put-in-Bay? So we're going to do that, and so thank you again, SimFan Pins 710 for that recommendation in Discord. And actually, at first they removed the download link from the original location, Flight Sim 2, whatever it is. But Pins got me the Google Drive, and so I was able to still get that for us tonight. So we'll be showing that to you all as well. So tonight's flight. We'll be going from Chicago O'Hare to Branch County Memorial. We'll be doing a full stop. That's about an hour. Then we'll be leaving Branch County Memorial, and we'll be going to Put-in-Bay, like we just talked about. That's a freeware package. Check out the link below. I actually got it for you, too. Even though it was removed from Flight Sim 2, it's down there. You can still get it. All right. And thank you, Pins, once again. And so we'll be flying there for a full stop. We'll add some fuel, and then from there, we'll be making our last leg to Burke Lakefront with a full stop. Obviously, that'll be our last leg. So what are we going to do? Not stop? Okay. So we'll stop there. And so let's go ahead and just jump in. We've got some of you already taken off and flying, but look how smooth that is. By the way, I'm running 3440 by 1440, and I am pretty happy with that. Give me 1 sec. So that's about a good break as any for the music. We'll go ahead and kick back the other tunes. So how's everybody tonight? Got some chat here. Ace is down. Ace is down in the house. Ace is welcome. Good to see you, my friend. John, good to see you, John. Good to see you here. Usually we'll see you in chat within the video post with the weekly top 5 announcements. Great to see you, John. WMKI Ground, hello. How are you doing, sir? Good to see all of you. Wonderful. And Captain Campbell, howdy, y'all. Hi, Captain Campbell. Good to see you. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining once again. All right. So let's get some tunes going again here. All right, there we go. We should be good there. Okay. So, first things first, watch that frame rate up in the top right. So I'm probably going to leave that for the most part on all night tonight. And as people are jumping in multiplayer, that frame rate does take a little bit of an impact. I was getting roughly around 32, 28 to 32 before. It looks like it's hanging just around that. But of course, with anything, each additional aircraft and things flying around, it's going to, as you can see, it's hitting my main thread PC. And if you want to know about how do you get the frame rate counter to show up, let me know in chat. I'd be happy to show you that. I'm going to hide the yoke for just a moment. Get this bird all reset. Let's see. We're going to take the mixture out, throttle out. Again, we're flying the Just Flight Piper Warrior. It's actually a pretty fun aircraft. I've got my PPL in it. I do like it. It seems pretty good. Actually, the sound is incredible on it. But anyway, we're going to go mixture full. We're going to go down here. We're going to get our tank set to left. Let's go ahead and open our little window, maybe. Well, that's interesting. Is that not working now? You know, I haven't actually tried that, SimFans, since I did the update. The window's not working anymore. Oh, well, that's wonderful. We are going to go ahead and prime this bird. So 1, 2, and we'll give it one more squirt. 3. We got that done. And I'm going to get into some of the settings too, the tooltips. There's a nice way to turn the tooltips off since the Sim Update 5, so we'll get into that as well. We're going to go ahead and on our Alpha Flight Controls, we're going to turn on the battery. So we got power here, and we're going to pretend that this is open. I don't know why that's not working, but we're going to yell clear. Nobody's around. So that's all good. Boy, the frame rates are just dropping now, aren't they? You know, I talked about Ultra, and there we go. But we are in payware scenery with Chicago O'Hare, so a lot of stuff going on. We're going to go ahead and turn on our fuel pump, and we're going to go ahead and start up this engine. Our parking brake is on, so that's good. There we go. She's lit. And we'll go ahead and hit alternator on. Turn our avionics. And this is one thing you got to do so far, SimFans. You got to go over here on this bird and actually... Where the heck did my mouse go? Okay, there it goes. Jeez, that was weird. Alright, it disappeared again. What's going on? Look at that. It's like jumping back up there. What the... Alright, we're just gonna do it this way. Fine. Hit that up. And again, we're using the GTN 750 SimFans, so we've got the 750. This is free. That link is right below, so check that out. All right, now we've got to turn on our nav light. We'll go out the outside. I really like this aircraft. It's pretty nice looking. Of course, we got to turn off the chocks and tie down, so better go ahead and do that.
Taxi to Pitbull, short runway to 8
Just
right by
click that,
taxi
click that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to keep the wheel fairings on for tonight. Let's see. Captain Campbell, mouse is a glitchy now, especially in VR. Yeah, I guess, right, Captain Campbell? Man, tell me about it. Wow, that's weird. I hadn't had that happen yet, but that does seem odd. WMKI ground. Right now, I am en route to Sacramento from Tijuana, Mexico with Boeing 747-400, Malaysia Airlines, and Infinite Flight. That is pretty sweet, dude. Awesome. Okay, so again, SimFans, there's a payware version of this, GTN 750 by PMS50, and also the freeware. Tonight we're going to be doing just the freeware. Super easy to install, link below. So we're going to go to flight plan, We're going to set our origin. Once it pops up there, we'll be flying again from KORD, which is Chicago. And for some reason, I noticed this too. There's a duplicate entry there, but I picked the top one. And then we are going to finish our final destination, which we want to plug in here, is drumroll. I just said it, right? I got to find my cheat sheet here. KBKL is the ICAO code. KBKL. And Burke Lakefront, that looks right. And then we're going to do add en route waypoint. And again, on the way, we're going to hit Kobe, K-O-E-B. That's Branch County Memorial. So we're going to type that in, K-O-E-B. We should see that resolve to hopefully Branch at some point. Duplicates found. Maybe? There it is. And then also by pins, we're going to stop at 3W2. Put in Bay. Dude, see, I've got a bunch of duplicates now, and I don't know that, and that, I don't know, has anyone seen that yet? I have not seen that until after Sim Update 5. Now I've got these duplicates. One Black Panther Anagra, tutorial games. I don't know what happened. My VFR map is gone. Could you explain how to turn it on? First of all, welcome to the stream, buddy. Glad to see you. I just hit M. It takes a while, though. I just hit M. We'll see how long it takes to show up. And it finally shows up. So I just hit on my keyboard, and one black, it's basically just M is the default, I think, key. So that's what I do. And but I noticed it takes a few seconds to pop up there. Hopefully that works for you, my friend. All right, so once we have our flight plan all programmed in, we can go back. By the way, this is programmable as well. If you want estimated time and route for your waypoint, there's a way to configure that. And so, VFR map I clicked, do not take. Not sure. I'm not sure, buddy, why that's happening to you. All right, so we got that all set. Next thing we want to do is click CDI button. So we got the CDI click there. All right, CDI set. Make sure you do that, SimFans, so that way your instruments are all going to follow your GPS. If you want to use GPS, if you want to do VOR, hey, great. Go old school, right? No problem there. By the way, on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and switch this. Our desired track is 094 degrees, so we're going to go over here and we're going to just rotate this course to 094, right? So we're going to go, there we go, about right there, I think is probably, and what I do is I just kind of like look and say, all right, where's that magenta line? Is my course pointer pointing about that direction? Yes, it is, so we should be good there. And just for all of you, because you're joining me tonight, I'm going to go ahead and just temporarily turn on the nameplates so we can see who's all around us. So we're going to turn those on really quick here. Tipped Bird, of course. How you doing, Tipped Bird? Low Tech 420, hello, sir. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We got Tipped Bird, and boy, we've got people all over the place. Holy mackerel. Look at this. I can't even make them all out. Of course, they're kind of overlapping here. Flyco Jets. Blue Cloud, I've seen a lot of... I don't know how far out those come in. Anyone know how far out it'll like actually give you a person's nameplate? I mean, I assume it's got to be within a certain range. But Alan, I see ya. Tip Bird. But awesome. Awesome, everyone. That's pretty sweet. All right, we'll go back inside here. I'll turn those nameplates back on here in a little bit too, SimFans. We'll just turn them off for now to get a little bit more of the immersion going here as we do this. All right. Holy mackerel, look at, we're already at 14 likes. Thank you all so much. You guys are great. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a notch of flaps. So we're going to put a notch of flaps in there. I think we got our GPS all set. By the way, you notice like when you pan, so I'm on ultra settings, but I notice when I pan around, look, it drops down to like 14, 16, 20, and then it pops, it increases as I sit there, and it does load textures. And so obviously Asobo's done some different things there in terms of how all of that works from before. But I think we're good to go. We're going to be going, by the way, at 3,500 feet. I do believe I'm using real live weather right now, SimFans. Let's just double check. Yeah, we're using live weather. So, no, I'm not. High level clouds. Let's switch it to live weather. We'll switch it to live weather. There we go. Now I can see the clouds because I do want to talk about the clouds, SimFans. I do have a few comments on the clouds. Why does my game keep crashing? Exactly. Aviation, we're gonna get into that as well. By the way, for some of you that have been on our Discord, by the way, I did see Nightbot posted. Yeah, it's on their Discord server. Go ahead and check that out. I did add a troubleshooting channel for our Discord server because many of us are having some problems. Nice little fun fact there, Aces. Fun fact: CDI equals course deviation indicator. Thank you so much, Aces. Good to point out that. John Franco, John, how are you doing, my friend? How's it going? Good to see you. John says, a fancy GPS and a Piper Warrior? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not really, right? I had it installed, John. I just had it installed, right? Right. Yeah, Alan, you'll have to wait till you're up and away to see who's on your flight. No kidding. No kidding. Greetings, Rojo. Welcome, Rojo. It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you again. All right, well, let's go ahead. SimFans are a little screen tearing there. Did you notice that? Let's go ahead and get taken off here. I'm going to turn off the parking brake, and we are using track IR, and that's going to be fun. And as we're taxiing here, you may be saying, boy, that looks like it runs like crap, but trust me, I'm running OBS, so OBS, it has at least a 10% overhead as well, so what the heck is going on there? But yeah, there's a like a 10% overhead with OBS, so kind of keep that in mind too. So if I turned off, if I wasn't streaming right now, SimFans, I'd probably be getting close to about, well, 25, 28, 30, 32 frames per second, like I said. So there is some overhead from OBS, of course, right? There's somebody else. Wow, we got a busy airport. That's something else. I don't know if you've all noticed this, but I swear, since the Sim Update 5, I'm seeing more live traffic flying around. I really am. At least I think I am. Maybe I'm just like smoking something, but I'm telling you, I think there's more traffic. All right, we're gonna approach 28 right here, and we're gonna stop short of that runway. There we go. We're gonna put on the parking brake. We're going to take a look outside. Let's see. We got a big 7-4. We got several jets like ready to take off here. Here comes Alan Cleveland, I think, right there. All right, let's go ahead. And we're not going to use ATC. I rarely use ATC, SimFans. I know many of you that follow me, I rarely use ATC until it gets better. Once it gets better, I'll use it. That's 50 nameplates. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't doubt it, Aces. I don't doubt it, buddy. All right, Alan, I think we're ready here, buddy. Oh, that's probably Aviation Spotter right there, of course, right? Yep, that was an update that made traffic more live. Cool. Yeah, I noticed that Aviation, that it's definitely seemed to be, there's definitely seemed to be more traffic going on. Stuff going on. See, I like this because I can like look back and see these guys. All right, we're gonna hold short here. All right, are we ready, guys? Kind of wait for Alan. All right, landing light on, strobe light on. Let's get this party started. Let's check our trim. Hailed. All right, here we go. All right, let's go. So we're gonna go full throttle. Mixture's full. Here we go. Off and away, SimFans. All right, at 60, we're gonna start pulling back on the yoke, so just gradually pull back on the stick. And there we go, and we're off and running. No landing gear to put down. Up, there goes Aviation Spotter. I'm gonna guarantee that's him. And we're gonna have to do an about face, because if we look down there at our HSI, we can see we've got to do a 180. I'm gonna do the old trim wheel here. About 1,100 feet above ground level, we're gonna go ahead, or above ground level, 1,100 feet above mean sea level, we're gonna go ahead and take that notch of flaps out. So we're gonna look at our flap right there. I'm gonna put up on my flap lever on the Bravo. How beautiful is that? It's the little things, everyone. It's the little things that make us go, right? Or something like that. We're just going to go ahead and bank right. This is probably not proper procedure because we'd be like crossing all these runways. We'd probably be going left, but that's okay. We're in a simulator, so we can do that, right? Have some advantages from being in the simulator. But again, we're at Chord. We've got a lot of detail here from FSDreamTeam, and I did not see an update from FSDreamTeam. By the way, SimFans, important tip. Make sure once you have your update done and the hotfix, both times you check and make sure that you have all of your content updated. So the stuff that Asobo has included, like all the world updates, it's huge. It's going to take some time. But I noticed after the hotfix, I had to go back in there and do it once again. So don't forget to do that. And some of you may experience crashes and anomalies and things like that. That might be part of the problem. It may not, but it is definitely something you should check. All right, we're going to keep on climbing out here. Typically, actually, on this Warrior, we should be climbing out at about, at about 70, but that's okay. I overflew our course line a little bit, obviously. And we've got clouds. SimFans, we have clouds. Clouds have taken a seat. I mean, I've got clouds at Ultra, and I'm telling you what, these clouds are not the same Ultra clouds as pre-Sim Update 5, I don't think. So I had them at low before, but again, we'll get into that here in a little bit. All right, so we're passing 3,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and kind of turn the aircraft to the right just a little bit to get closer there. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead over my on my Bravo Throttle Quadrant. I'm going to hit the autopilot. And I'm going to hit nav, and then we're just going to let the plane just dial in that nav. I know I'm being lazy, right? But it's kind of nice to be able to do that so I can focus my attention on all of you while I'm flying. And once we hit that 35, so we're about to hit 3,500, so we're going to hit the altitude button on our Bravo Throttle Quadrant, and our plane is going to just, look, Mom, no hands, right? I'm also going to go over here to the GTN, and I like to go ahead and zoom out to about 25 nautical miles. I think that's kind of a nice setting there. So we're going to be flying over Lake Michigan, of course. So let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got a lot. We got more traffic here coming in. So now notice that we have no skyline. Okay, so this is the first thing with Sim Update 5 I've noticed. As in, what the flop? I will keep it. Don't worry, Aces. I'll keep it kid-friendly tonight. At least I'll try. At least at the beginning, until it gets later. But we're gonna see, like, all of a sudden buildings just start popping up. Now that's definitely, to me, a step backwards. We should be able to have like some sort of slider and draw distance and things like that. Now, I know that Asobo's done it to increase performance, but I don't quite think that Asobo's been completely upfront with all of us on the PC side. Now, I'm not knocking Asobo, so don't worry. And I'm not knocking Asobo. I really like what they've done. They've brought flight simming to the next level with Microsoft. I mean, obviously, but there's some stuff they weren't so forthcoming on, honestly. It's like, oh, you're going to get like up to 70% performance increase, but we're not going to tell, we're going to add functionality to multi-core and better use of the GPU memory and then also the regular memory, GPU cycles, which I'm sure they have. But they didn't really tell us that they were going to start disabling some of the draw distancing or shortening the draw distance and things like that. So that's great if you have like a computer like mine that's almost 4 years old, right? Or you have a console, you have the Xbox. Now look at all of a sudden, boom, did you see that? Did you see that, everyone? All of a sudden, all like basically the Chicago skyline all popped up. Okay, that's frustrating to me. Now, I have a slower PC, so I can kind of think, well, you know what, I think that's better than dipping down to like single-digit frame rates. But like, as many of you know, I've got a new computer on order, a new PC build. I haven't found yet a way to extend that, although I'll get into that a little bit. I think there's a config file that you can update and change, but there's nothing obvious in the GUI, right? So keep that in mind. There's nothing in the GUI that you can change the slider like you could with like X-Plane, for those of you that have flown X-Plane. But so that's a little bit annoying, right? But there are a lot of good things. Like, I don't see the stutters like I used to. As you can probably see here, it looks very, very fluid and smooth. I think that's a big bonus. That's a big plus. But yeah, the distance and stuff. And then, like, let me do this. Let me pan over here. I mean, I'm already getting. See, like, look at it, and that's okay. I mean, it fills in. But there's some of this blurry stuff that's going on off in the distance. It kind of takes away a little bit of the immersion. The clouds, even though they're on ultra, those are not ultra clouds. Those are not. I'm sorry, but those are not pre-Sim Update 5 ultra settings for clouds, right? I mean, we're not fooled here. And it's just, you know, but you know, hey, like I said, like what was it, a week or 2 weeks ago, Aces or Aviation? I'm like, it'll be interesting once Sim Update 5 comes out because they're talking about all these performance increases. It's like, I was always kind of skeptical, just like, yeah, you know, that'll be cool, but you know, the rules of the universe, basic law, principle of physics, it's like, you don't get something for nothing. Well, okay. But I'm not complaining because, well, I kind of am, but I'm also thinking there's a lot of good stuff with the Sim Update 5. Like I said, the frame rates, I mean, 32 frames. I'm using OBS. I've got ultra settings on for clouds and the terrain and all that stuff. And do check out my settings below if you're interested. Those are good things. I mean, it still looks gorgeous. It's just this draw distance stuff is really, really annoying. But I suppose if we're getting better frame rates, it's okay. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. I think we need both, right? We need the ability for those of you that have, or those of us, because I have a 4-year-old computer. We should be able to like have a slider or something to adjust like the draw distance, right? And then that way, for those of you that have, like Aces, you have the brand new 5950X Ryzen 9 with the 3070 card, like, and allow those that have the latest and greatest Sims or builds for PCs, GPUs, they can throw that slider up and take advantage of that. So, but I'm already getting ahead of myself, SimFans, because I'm starting. I've got a lot of stuff, other stuff that I want to talk about as being good, and not just trying to nitpick at this, because I'm not trying to nitpick. But anyway. All right, John says, I'm about to move into an apartment on my own starting Monday. Wow. Well, that's cool, dude. Bigger place. So you've been, were you in barracks or something, John? I can't remember what you were, where you were before. That's cool, though. Let's see. Aviation, I have no idea what airline that was, but if it's not American, it's not me. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh, Aviation, you had another crash to desktop, dude? Oh my goodness. That is, see, this is the thing. That's got to be fixed. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. Many of you are having crash. I had a crash. I was talking to Aviation, I was talking to you and Lucas earlier in Discord, and it's like, and Lucas mentioned another crash desktop, and I'm like, well, I've been fine so far. And then, I mean, I said that, and I loaded a flight, I went to the world map, and boom, crash to desktop. So, obviously, stuff Asobo will fix. I have no doubt that Asobo, but it's very, very frustrating, right? I mean, it's like you take something that's been relatively stable. Now, many of us are having these crash to desktops that's getting pretty old really quick, right? Oh, thank you, Aces. I forgot to do that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I need to pull the RPMs out. So we're going to go down to 2400 on the RPMs. Thank you, Aces. Appreciate that, my co-pilot. And we're going to pull that mixture out. So what we're looking for when we lean the mixture is we'll watch this RPM needle will start to rise and then it'll start to drop. So you kind of want to catch it where it rises. And then, so we're going to pull back. See how it raised just a little bit and then it dropped back down. So then you put it up about an inch. Thank you so much, Aces. I appreciate you letting me know, reminding me that. Oh, and Aces, I should have set down here. The other thing I like about this Warrior, you can set a timer. So you go to mode and we're going to start that. So probably, how long have we been flying for? Probably about 10 minutes or so. So about 20 minutes, we'll go ahead and flip that over. John says, I'm on staff duty tonight, so I'll be watching you to help keep me awake. All right, I'll do my best, John. That sounds good, buddy. Don says, well, that didn't work. I set up my flight plan in MSFS, was on field at O'Hare, saw a number of you guys, but had issues with the plane, and by the time I got moving, it was too choppy. Oh, sorry. Don, well, here's the thing, Don. What you could do is join us when we reach Branch County Memorial. That's ICAO code for that is Kilo October Echo Bravo. And so KOEB, and so we could maybe meet you there, Don. It'd be great to fly with you, my friend. So John, there's a config file, and to be honest, I haven't dug into it. I've just read some things on the web and saw some posts and things, but there's a config file that is in your local cache for the installation. It's going to be under your user profile in Windows. And apparently there's some settings there that you can change to bring some of the old legacy things back on the PC side. So I'll put that in the in Discord and as well as a chat here in a little bit. But got to go grab that. But yeah, there's a config file that basically will allow you to apparently I can't confirm this because I haven't tried it yet. But apparently you can change the clouds back to where they were before. And then, I don't know about the draw distance and stuff, guys, but there's some things about like crispness and blurriness and things like that that Asobo changed for this latest update that you can actually set back, but you actually have to go to the config file to do it. Here, I can post that here. And I don't have any details yet, so watch for those, but you can find them out there on the web too. I will definitely be looking for some of that. I got to tweak and try to test. One of the things I love about flight simming is that you can kind of hack things, if you know what I mean. Now, where did I put that though? Big file. I'll find it. Desktop. It's user CFG, user config. And I gotta modify this a little bit because it won't make sense because of my machine to all of you. So let me just do this quick. So be in your users and then your percent. I'll just do percent user. So think of percent user as your username. App data, local packages, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's got this GUID thing and then local cache. So let me post that. And so it's not that big a file, to be honest. So this is the location of it. And so you can kind of check that out, but yeah, that config file, apparently you can do some settings where you can get stuff to go back to the way it was before. Not everything though. But as you can see, I've got the waves all set to ultra. And I mean, honestly, everyone, I don't know if it really, I can't say like, yeah, I mean, it does look better. What's this? But at the same time, I was never able to fly in ultra, so I'm kind of skeptical if ultra settings means the same as it did pre-Sim Update 5. I'm not quite sure at this point if it really is. Not quite sure. But yeah, definitely check that out. Yeah, exactly. To image this below us is a whole lake. But yeah, I mean, it is smooth though. I gotta say. I remember loading up the Warrior 2 here before the hotfix for Sim Update 5, and my sim would I'd see my prop like stop every couple seconds. It would stick for like a second or two, and then go for a couple seconds and it would stop. And I'm like, boy, this is not gonna be good. I'm like, well, is it the plane? Is it well, I ended up like rebooting my entire computer after the update, and then after that it was fine. Oh, there we go. There's Aviation. There he is with his American Airlines livery. Aviation, good to see you right off our wing here, SimFan. So good to see you. There he is. Oh, the other thing too. You guys notice this? When I click and hold my right mouse button to pan, check this out. Check this out. You probably noticed this already. Okay, you can see can everybody see my Bravo throttle quadrant? You can see this, right now? So, watch this. So I've got my Bravo. Now pay attention to, here, I'm gonna pan down a little bit so you can see my throttle, right? Okay, so now if I click and hold my right mouse button and I'm like panning around and I move my throttle, look at, my throttle's stuck. I've got my right mouse held and my throttle's stuck. I release my right mouse button, now it works. And apparently there's some sort of config setting for that as well that can fix that. But I'm not sure what that is yet. But that's pretty annoying because I'm like panning around all the time holding my right mouse button. And who was it before said there was some glitchiness with the mouse control? Who was that said that earlier in the chat? I think that was Captain Campbell, if Captain Campbell's still with us. But yeah, so there's some mouse glitchiness as you can all see. See, I can't open that now. I did check, by the way, Just Flight site to see if they had an update for their aircraft, and they haven't. But again, keep an eye out. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed. Aviation, like you had mentioned in Discord, there's even stuff that's Microsoft that is having problems with crash to desktop and that. But again, do make sure that you make sure when you get done doing Sim Update 5, go in and make sure you do the updates for all in your content manager. There's a location for available updates, and then after the hotfix. And I think I forgot initially to check after the hotfix, and I went in and I saw like for the U.S. and for United Kingdom and all the other areas that we've had world updates, Japan, all those world updates, every one of them I think had an update after the hotfix. So if you haven't done it and checked again after the hotfix, definitely check it out because that might be part of the problem if you're having crash to desktop issues. Cool, Don. That sounds good, buddy. John, you were in the barracks, currently at Airbnb. Nice. Nice. Aces says about 20 minutes ago. Perfect. So we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, good point, Aces. Yeah, definitely good point. Do a backup of that config file before changing anything. Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Imagine. You can tell I have a red eye. Where did he go? Oh. Where are you at, aviation? Hopefully he didn't crash again. T-Mac! Awesome, buddy. Great to see you, T-Mac. I'm glad you made it, my friend. Thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome, welcome. We're talking Sim Update 5, of course, right? Who isn't? Who since Sim Update 5 came out and is live streaming, who isn't, or who isn't even live streaming, who's not talking about it, right? Like I said, a lot of good stuff, but a lot of stuff that's not so great. Good to see you, T-Mac. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Oh, so earlier I thought, so here's one of the things I was dinking around with my mic boom. So you notice like I'll probably be too loud though if I go here. So I was like, well, I could talk to all of you. Geez, you can't even see my face. I can talk to all of you and make it sound like, I've got a better voice than I do, like I'm, a DJ or something. And so I was fiddling with this boom, right? And it was in the way. I was just like, you know what? F it, I'm done. It's like I'd like it be in the way of my yoke. I gotta tweak, I gotta dink around with it a little bit. But how's it sound? I mean, is it really worth it, you guys? I mean, is it really worth it to sound like this versus sounding like this? I mean, I do have the Blue Yeti mic, and I do like it, but I don't know. Creepy. Creepy. It's kind of creepy. Lowtech 420, did you all change your accessibility settings to Legacy? Yes. Yes. Definitely. Something else I was planning on mentioning, Lowtech. Did I say LaTeX? I'm sorry. Lowtech. Yeah, definitely go in there because first of all, you're going to notice you go into Tool. Here's a good thing though. I'm going to have a good thing with this. So with the Sim Update 5, go into accessibility and you can turn off all the tooltips. I had a third-party add-on that I stuck in my community folder just to turn those damn tooltips off. I don't want to see tooltips popping up. I mean, How many of us want that? Some of us may. It can be useful, especially new simmers or pilots. But I didn't want them, and so I had a third-party download that would disable it. Well, of course, that no longer worked when I did Sim Update 5, and the first thing I saw was like these huge tooltips all over my screen. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And but yeah, there is an accessibility option. Let's look at that really quick. You go into General Options, and you just go down to Accessibility. And so what Low-Tech is talking about is, so you got here the interface scale, cockpit interaction, there's a legacy setting. So I switched that to legacy. Menu tooltips, they finally added. This is a good thing, SimFans, this is good. I don't think this was here. Maybe they did add it before Sim Update 5 and I just wasn't aware of it because I had that third-party download to disable it. But you can turn that off now, and your instrument name tooltips you can turn off. So definitely do that, SimFans. Low-Tech, thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, that's a definite must do, you know, for all of you, because do check that out. Definitely. So there's good things, you know. That's one of them. That's a good thing they gave us the ability to turn it off. But like I said, I mean, here we are, guys. You can see the frame rate counter, and of course we're just over nothing but lake, right? So, God, you'd think it would be okay on frame rates, but yeah, I essentially was able to turn up everything to ultra. I can show you that too. So these are my settings. So, and I do have them below, but so graphics, you know, so I can prove it to you. 3440 by 1440. So I have. So if some of you just have the, I shouldn't say just, right? But if you have like a 1920 by 1080 monitor, you're gonna have better performance than even I do. Everything else being the same, right? I have VSync turned off. If you have a G-Sync monitor, turn your VSync off. It's gonna actually hinder you if you have it. You're at a disadvantage. You should, if you have a G-Sync monitor, definitely turn that off. So here we got TAA, that's a must, and then aliasing. As you can see, I've got ultra and terrain vector, buildings, trees, grass, object detail to 100, volumetric clouds at ultra. Texture resolution, I did leave it high, and I do have 8x on anisotropic filtering. I've talked about that in actually a video I posted about how you can get rid of the blurry center line markings when you land or take off. Texture super sampling at 4x4, texture synthesis at ultra, water waves at high. I thought I had those at ultra. Oh, there is no ultra on that. Okay. Shadow maps had 768 before, and I left these all low except for depth of field. And I did turn these up to ultra. I had very minimal impacts in fans. I really did. I mean, I didn't have much impact on frame rates, probably like maybe another 5%. So I thought, well, I could leave those on, but or bump them all the way to ultra. But I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. Oh, look at this. Is that you? That might be Alan Cleveland, maybe. Is that you, Alan? I'm guessing that's Alan. So yeah. Anyway, oh no, Alan might be down there. Not sure. Let's go ahead and turn on nameplates. Hold on, you guys are gonna go right by me, I bet, when I do this, because I got kind of freeze in the middle. We'll go to traffic. Let's go ahead and turn the nameplates on just for a little bit here, so I can see who's flying around here. They're gonna be ahead of us. So there's Aviation Spotter flying Boeing. What happened? Did I lose you guys? What the hell? Skip to my loo. I'm not quite sure what just happened there. I saw you guys, and then I lost you. I'm going to leave it on for a minute. Maybe something glitched there. That I don't know. Anyway. So. T-Mac says, sorry, I got to get to bed more early riding tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the flight. Hey, T-Mac, will do. Thank you so much for hopping in. Hey, enjoy the bike riding. Awesome stuff, buddy. That is great. Alan says, I am way to your right. Way to my right. Oh, there you are. Well, now you're so close, I don't see your nameplate. I wonder if they changed that, too. Like when the nameplate... That's a beautiful livery. I like that. That's cool. He's going to drop back a bit so we can see if his nameplate will pop up. That's kind of interesting. No, that's not you. That's Silver Killa. Who's Silver Killa? I think I've recognized that one. I'm not seeing you, Alan. Not sure where you went, dude. Thanks, Aces. Is it? I pulled it forward. Thanks, pal. There we go. Appreciate it. Man, I have a shiny forehead. Gotta lay off the jowl or something. I don't know. I keep disappearing, huh? I don't know what the hell that's all about. That's weird. Yeah, I did. I got a quick going into... There you are, aviation. Because, yeah, I went into settings to show everybody some stuff here, so I kind of let you guys go flying by. Well, I figured we'd all... What's this? Warning, Azure Online text-to-speech services are unavailable. Switching to offline text-to-speech, fine. Whatever. Whatever. I'm not using ATC anyway, so I don't care. Now see, the clouds in the distance look decent, right? Those don't look too bad. Those don't look bad. Well, geez, SimFans, we're already at 18 likes. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please smash the thumbs up button. Do a like on the video. Definitely appreciate it. What should we set for hey, y'all, what should we set for a goal tonight? I think we could probably do 25. Am I being overzealous here? 25 likes? Could we do it? I think we could. I think we could get 25. G. Cook, Scotland. Do you think Just Flight aircraft will get added to the marketplace eventually? Yes, they are. Actually, G. Cook, thank you for the question. They will. They actually stated that they will. If I remember correctly, I think, and I might be mistaken here, but I think it was like going to be all the way out to like probably something like September or October that they'll actually become available in the marketplace. But yes, G. Cook, they will be available in the marketplace at some point. Cheers, my friend. Cheers to all of you. Thank you for joining. Alan says you're other right. Okay. Dude, I'm still not seeing you though. I've got Silverkilla. Who is Silverkilla? Who's Silverkilla? Post in chat. Who's Silverkilla? You bet, G-Cook. No problem, buddy. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Tipbird. I see ya. You're just like, you're now kind of like unblending with all the other nameplates, right? That's cool. I'm gonna do an audio check here, everyone. Just give me 1 sec. I think it sounds all right. What do you guys think? Aces? Is it sounding all right? All right, we're seeing land, fans. I'm going to get into a little bit more on the Sim Update 5 as we approach the eastern shore of Lake Michigan here. I think there's some important things we need to discuss about this. Like I say, I never would even dream of setting these to Ultra before. Look at this. I'm in Ultra, and we're approaching the shoreline, and I have OBS running. So keep that in mind. So if you know, so we're at 38. If I had OBS turned off, we'd probably be at like 44, right around there. The thing that really blows my mind is this really optimized? Like seriously, the GPU memory. I've got a 1080 card. As you can see here, it's like shows short of an 8 gig. It's an 8 gig card. Am I really only using 2.7 gigs of memory? I mean, so there's something for all of you that want to like buy a new GPU if you're just doing simming. Yeah, there's no reason that you need to be buying like a 12. I mean, I'm on ultra settings, right? Now that might change. I suspect that Asobo's going to have an update for the PC side to address some of they're catching some flack right now. On the PC side, and some of it deservedly so, but there's also improvements, as we mentioned. But yeah, don't go spend a ton of money on like these high memory cards. You know, because like you can see, I've got ultra settings, not on everything, but on a lot of stuff, and I'm not even using 2.5 gig of memory in my GPU. Seriously, I honestly believe that Asobo and Microsoft have some sort of trick up their sleeve. Like I don't know how the hell they're doing this, how they do it. Fuel timer, ding ding ding. Oh right, thank you, Ace is very very good. So we got the fuel pump already on. I should turn that off. We're gonna go to right. We're gonna make sure our pressure is still good. So if we look right here, our fuel pressure still looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that off. Still good on the fuel pressure. Thank you so much, Aces. Appreciate that, my friend. All right. So at 50, we'll switch that again. And right now, we've got 35 minutes to our arrival at our first stop. By the way, SimFans, don't forget, next Saturday, first Saturday, keep this in mind. By the way, did any of you see when I put in Discord, Captain Canada was doing a fly-in and landing challenge at St. Bart's? He stole that from us, guys. No, he didn't. But it's like, we did that, what, like 2 months ago, so it's pretty cool. I went and I was watching, I posted a link to his channel when he was doing the live stream today. It was pretty funny. So we will be doing a live stream multiplayer fly-in next Saturday, so that will be the 7th, right? I think. Yes, the 7th, and there will be a giveaway. SimFans, don't miss out on it. It is Vertical Sim's latest scenery that we'll be doing a giveaway from. I already reached out to him. He actually joined us when we did our first giveaway, and that was you, Alan, that won that. What was that? Probably I don't know. Was that 2 months ago? And but yeah, that was kind of a cheaper package. This is like his most expensive one. He actually said would be fine to offer up. So we'll be doing the giveaway next Saturday. We'll be doing a fly-in for those of you that want to join us. Aces, Aviation Spotter, Alan, many of you that join us for those fly-ins. You can join on voice and Discord and talk to the world. That gives me a chance to kind of sit back and let you all be the stars and in the limelight, so to speak. So that'll be next Saturday giveaway. Don't miss out. That's a $18 piece of scenery that we'll be doing a giveaway for. So do watch for that. And there he goes. Speaking of aviation, of course. Awesome. By the way, that's KSRQ, right? KSRQ is the airport that we will be giving away. Sarasota. If you live in the Florida area, which some of you do, you'll be very familiar with that scenery. See how smooth that is? So that's a good thing. The micro stutters and the stutters, I mean, that is super slick, smooth, fans, on Ultra. That is definitely an improvement. That is definitely an improvement with Sim Update 5. No doubt about it. No question about it. That's definitely an improvement. Yeah, look how smooth that is. Reflective surfaces. Okay, so but here's something that I'm not so crazy about. See, we got a little stutter there because just my hard drive right now is loading textures. See how this out? We get a little bit, like, I don't know, maybe 20 miles plus, 25 miles plus out, and you kind of see all this stuff is not rendered. It's all kind of blurry and hazy and stuff like that. That definitely seems different to me. It definitely seems different. Like even as close as this is kind of washed out. Okay, so again, you're not going to get something for nothing, and Asobo's going to pull out all their tricks to make this thing perform better for the console. And I think what we've seen is it's actually carried over to the PC. Now, many of us that have slower PCs, that's actually a good thing. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. What the bad thing is for those of you that have, the latest rigs that you just dump several $1,000s into. That's not a welcome sign. That's not an improvement. Again, I hope Asobo fixes that, patches it. I think they will. They told us from the beginning that us PC simmers, We are the focus for Microsoft Flight Simulator. They started off with PC. I was part of the alpha test group, so I got accepted into the alpha test group and gave feedback. And they said all along from the very beginning that, hey, this is a simulator, we're going to focus. This is the Sobo and Microsoft saying this, fans, is like, we're going to focus on the PC. And they said they learned their lesson from, remember Microsoft Flight, that horrendous pile of dung? And they said, we are going to focus on Microsoft Flight Simulator in the PC market. And they said up front they're going to come out on the Xbox console. And I think that's a good thing, I still think that's a good thing. We'll see where this ultimately goes. So that opens up a whole new market for flight simmers and gamers and people that can enjoy it. Like my son, I've got an Xbox Series X, by the way, and my son's been playing a lot. It looks decent. It's kind of like washed out. I don't know if that's my display. I don't have an HDR TV. It's actually 4K, but it's not HDR or anything. So the colors kind of look washed out. The graphics are good, but I wouldn't say they're stellar, but they kind of look similar to this, and I'm just hoping that we didn't end up getting a reverse port of the console to PC with this last update. Some of me think, I somewhat think there's maybe a little bit of truth to that, not fully, clearly, but when you start looking out here and you see some of this blurriness, and I mean, this is the hard thing. Because it's a good thing if you have, like me, an older system. That's actually a good thing because you have better performance. All I want from a Sobo is for them to add a slider so that when I get my new PC, or you guys that have your new PCs, you can adjust it just like an X-Plane, and you can say, well, I've got the hardware, I've got the memory, I've got the GPU. I want to put that at max, baby. I want to put that at max. I want this to look like it did when it originally, when before the Sim Update 5. I don't think it looks as good as Sim Update 5, or before Sim Update 5. I don't. There, I said it. I don't think it looks quite as good. I think it performs better. I think it's smoother. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have all the stutters. But I don't quite think it's as good visually right now. Tell me what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think of the Sim Update 5. I really do. Enough of what I think. What do you guys think? I've got more to talk about on it, by the way, but what do you guys think so far of it? Yeah, Alan, no kidding, right? Make sure Vertical Sim has the scenery ready for this update. Actually, I should go check that out, see if it... I haven't checked it out. I'll definitely... good point. I'll check it out before our stream Saturday. Thank you, Aces, for pointing out the Vertical Sim website. Don says, so nobody in this flying add-on voice comms on your Discord channel. Not on this one, Don. Not on this one. But, I've got to have something special for the fly-in, right? Because I love it that you guys all fly with me a lot of times, even when it's not a fly-in. I welcome it, in fact. I think it's great. But I got to have something make it, like, unique, I guess, right? What's the schedule for the new highlight? Oh, aviation, yes. Yes, thank you so much. You know what? We talked about that, didn't we? I have not set that yet, but Aviation Spotter has, the funniest moments once again for the past month. Aviation, you said that you're either done or close to done, right? Let's plan on aviation. I got to think for a moment. Should we do that? What do you think, aviation? Should we make that kind of part of the Thursday night stream coming up? What if we did that, like before we set out to fly for Thursday night stream, we start with your compilation of the funniest moments for this past July. What do you think of that? Would that work? And that would give us, it'd give you a few more days to prepare for that, and we could kind of start with that and have some fun. We'll have people here already for a regular live stream to fly. Let me know what you think there, aviation, if that would work. John says, not sure Ultra does anything. Yeah, see. Honestly, I don't know if it does either, John, to be honest. I kind of wondered that myself. I mean, I've got Ultra settings, but I just haven't done a lot of flying in Ultra that I can really tell. I almost wondered the same thing. Is Ultra really doing... I think it does a little bit. Because I know before I did Ultra, I didn't think the ground was, the trees and stuff was that quite that detailed, but I might just be making that up and thinking it in my head. But I definitely wondered the same thing, John. It's like, actually, I made a note in my script for today. Let me scroll down to it. I actually touched on that. And, you know, it's like, well, and I mentioned at the opening of this, right, that ultra settings aren't really the same now as they were pre-sim update 5. I don't think. Now, I haven't been running ultra, so you guys got to tell me. I haven't been running. Okay, sounds good, Aviation. Sounds great, man. We'll plan on that. So everybody, Aviation Spotter has put yet again, Aviation, thank you so much, another compilation of the funniest moments from our streaming. And so we'll plan on that. We'll start with that. And, you know, heck, Aviation, I usually highlight your compilation after every live stream anyway. And so I'll do that at the end, but we'll start with that on Thursday's stream. And for those of you that do stick around for the whole flight tonight, we typically end with that. It's pretty good. Yeah. Don, definitely. Yeah, the graphics had to take a hit, and you know, and it just doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't look. I don't mean to be a downer, but like I look out here, and it doesn't look. It looks like I'm on a console all of a sudden. Really, just to be blunt, it looks like we now have gotten pulled back to. I don't want to say dumbed down to the console, but you know, for a lack of a better way of saying it, I think on the PC side we kind of have, for the time being. I'm hopeful that Microsoft and Asobo address it and give us some options. Like some of us that have older PCs, and we're fine with letting it so we can get our 30 some frames per second while we're flying at Ultra. Okay, fine. I don't want to sound like a broken record, and I probably am, and I apologize, everybody, but this is not. I mean that is terrible. Like, look at, you've got your 3D trees, and then all of a sudden nothing, right? It's like this blurry. What do you call it? It's just flat and blurry. It's almost like going back to X-Plane 11, almost, without like ortho. I mean, honestly, that's how I feel. That's the bad news. That's the ugly part. You know, I put on the beginning of the stream, and I put on the thumbnail, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That, my friends, that's the ugly. Well, I guess it's also the bad, but that's the ugly. See how far out we are. 23 minutes. By the way, so those of you that are flying, and those of you who are just curious, I've got some details in the airport. So when we land at Branch County Memorial Airport, the elevation is just under 1,000 feet. It's at 958.3 feet. The runway, there's a grass runway actually, 1634, runway 1634 was grass. And then there's also runway 727, runway 7 and runway 25 and runway 422. So we will be coming into Branch County Memorial. We'll plan on flying a pattern altitude of 2,000 feet. So we just have to lose 1,500 feet. 500 feet per minute would be 3 minutes. I like to do, as many of you know, I'll start my descent about a minute before that. So there you go. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, Don. Yeah, John Sleeper, welcome. Good to have you here, John. I agree. I'm giving them an opportunity to fix it too. I'm just here pointing out. I mean, I'm hoping, and I don't want to say I'm sure Asobo will fix it, but I'm hopeful that they will. I think they will. I mean, based on what they said when they started this whole project, and they said their first key group that they said always will have in mind and focus on are us PC gamers, us PC simmers. So I agree, John. I'm going to give them the opportunity too, buddy. But I'm going to call it like it is now, though, right? I'm going to point out the things that I noticed. You guys point out the things you noticed, but I'm pointing out good things, not just bad, right? And I think we all should. I think it's still the best looking sim that's out that you can get. I mean, that's no doubt. It's just, yeah, there's a few things that we've taken a step back, and it's trading that performance for the graphic detail, just like you said, Don. and the visuals in the cockpit and the instrument panel look more flat. I didn't really pay much attention to that until you said that. Yeah, maybe. It does seem like there's maybe a little bit of a difference in texturing there, but I don't know. I mean, it could be a rendering thing, right? Because obviously the textures would have come from Just Light for this aircraft. You might be onto something there, Don. That could be. Lowtech 420, the PC is in the driving force in this game. I don't think they will let us down. We just have to be patient. I agree. Again, Lowtech, I agree. Again, guys, I'm not trying to knock, right? I really am not. I am extremely excited that Microsoft is back in the game with this, and Asobo is the one they chose to do the development. I think they've done stuff that is epic, absolutely epic, beyond our possible wildest dreams. Like, really, 2 years ago, would we think we would be flying with something like this? No. So I'm still very grateful. Again, I'm not trying to make this a stream of complaints, but I do want to call it for what it is, right? I do want to. I think you might be right though, Don, because I kind of remember this right here, the stitching, popping more than it is now. I think you're onto something there. I agree. I think that there's some rendering changes that have been done, I think. Good call. Well, yeah, Don. Well, and let's just face it. You know, even though, like I mentioned before, even though this may feel like we just got dumbed down to the console version, you know that Asobo, I mean, can you imagine having to get this thing out on the Xboxes? I mean, there's advantage to that, as I'm not a developer, but I am in IT. You know all the hardware and what you can do to fully optimize your simulator on it. Well, you know that they had a deadline to get it on the console. It was stated it was a deadline, so you know that most of the focus of all the resources for development went into the console version, getting that ready to go. And you know, this is crossplay too, so we're going to be able to fly with Xbox console owners. I've got to imagine that some of this stuff was done on the PC side for right now to make it crossplay compatible and you know, and to work together more fluidly. But I agree, Lowtech and Don and John and everyone. I think they'll fix it. I think they'll adjust it. It'll come better. I mean, we still got a great product, but it's kind of a step forward in many ways, but maybe a step backwards in some others. So anyway, yes, indeed. I do appreciate the feedback, though, guys. I mean, seriously. What do you guys like? I mean, let's talk about the positive stuff. You know, we've got the better frame rates. We've got the better, you know, we don't really have the stutters. It's a lot smoother. I do like the graphical user interface. I do think the interface is better. I mean, some people I saw on forums complaining about it. I, for one, think it's better. Okay, Lowtech, that's good to know. Lowtech says, DC Designs posted on Facebook that Asobo has disabled some settings as a quick fix until a later patch is released. That's good to know. That's good to know. Thank you for throwing that out there, Lowtech. Sounds good, Don. Well, I hope to see you up in the air here. Don, what is your gamer tag? We'll watch for it, if you don't mind. We know Flying Boeing, who that is, right? We know who that is. How am I doing on our fuel here? Oh yeah, we're fine. Got another 11 minutes. Actually, we can just keep it on that tank. So are the crash to desktops, I mean, for the most part, fixed for all of you guys? Or I know some of you are having, obviously, problems with crash to desktops, but after the hotfix, I think, hopefully, that fixed it for most of you. I know some of us, like I did, I got a crash to desktop earlier today, and I have the hotfix, so I think it's still some stuff that needs to be fixed, but has that been going on? McClyde 9. All right, Don. Thanks, man. We will watch for you, McClyde 9. Oh, the one thing I kind of like, and maybe this is part of the reason it's crashing the desktop in the world view, but how about the fact of when you're like picking your airport and either a GA ramp, parking spot, or you know, if you're picking a gate or something, I do like the fact that now you can actually see a satellite view with all the spots you can depart from. I think that's super cool. I like that change. That's a really good change. Obviously, I like that it takes use of multi-core CPUs and it takes better advantage of the GPU and memory. I mean, that's all good stuff. I don't remember if I mentioned this though, but if you get if you use the GTN 750 and you had it before the patch broke it. You couldn't see the map view like we're looking at here. But I noticed today they had a release of version 2.0, and they have fixed that. So for those of you that are using the GTN 750 for either the Just Flight Piper aircraft or even the G1000 replacement in some of the built-in, like the C172, for example, there is an update for the GTN 750 by PMS50. So definitely grab that. Again, the link's below. Huh. Was that last night, Asus? I don't remember much of last night. And it's a good thing, too. Maybe it was Don. Maybe it was. Asus, you got, remember, hey, Asus, you got to be careful, man. You know, with throwing that Call of Duty text out there, because you know who's going to see it. We have aviation actually flying with us, I think, having fun. The next thing you do, you say COD. See, I'm going to give aviation a little more shit again. He's going to jump out and start playing Call of Duty. Don't even put the thought in his mind. Obviously, it's there now. Oh man. Yes, that's actually load tech. Thank you. That is another really good point. The load times definitely have improved. Absolutely. That's a definite better thing about the improvement that they did. Yeah, that excellent point. Thank you. I can't even imagine. Well, not even that, Don. I mean, think about like all the third party developers, right? Like I was mentioning Derzawaiki with the Chicago landmarks. It's broken. It crashes the sim. And that's not like a cheap add-on. And can you imagine like being a third-party developer and all of a sudden Sim Update 5 comes out and your stuff is broken that everybody's paid for, and you got to scramble, and maybe you're the only person doing the development, right? And you're scrambling trying to figure out why is it crashing the sim. I mean, they've obviously got developer tools that Microsoft makes available, but yeah, I mean, but you're right, Don. I mean, definitely. There's a lot of I bet the Asobo, I mean, you can't make everybody happy. It's just not going to happen, right? I think a good thing to do is, again, kind of going back to, you know, I briefly made the comment about the appreciation that we have for Asobo and Microsoft for what they've done, all right? So, all good feedback, absolutely. Yeah, John, load time's better, yeah. True. True, Aces, true. Don says I used to beat up the young kids at COD. Really, Don? That's awesome. Yes. Yes, indeed, Don. Yes, indeed. But, I mean, they're great. I mean, my God. This is amazing technology. I mean, even if it did for the time, we'll just say this, okay, everyone. We'll say this for the time being. It's just a temporary thing. Asobo had to get their product out to the console. They have a cross-play with PC, which is amazing, and so they're going to come back to the PC. They're going to address it. They've been very open with all of us. I mean, I wish they would have been a little more open on what they were going to change in terms, but you know what? But you got to kind of like be like, well, if they would have posted that before they released it, then they'd have had to deal with all the people complaining about it too, including myself. So, you know, it's one of those things. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. What do you do? But, you know, the important thing is we have a wonderful simulator. They made a great product. They continue to improve it. It's a living product, which I think is awesome. And the fact that it's out on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and people can get it for free if they have it, I mean, it's opening the world up to flight simming, and that's definitely, I think overall that's the big thing. As long as Asobo sticks with what they said at the beginning, that they're going to keep all of us PC simmers in mind and their primary focus for flight simming, and I think they will. They've shown us that so far until just recently, but there's reasons for that. Oh my God, what happened to Flying Boeing? What is he doing? What is he? Where did he go? Oh, there he is. What in the world? What in the hell is going on? Oh, I suppose I could have turned the landing light off. I'm gonna have to turn that on here in a minute anyway, but... again, I don't know how Asobo does it, though. They truly are working magic, because, I mean, again, to be only using... well, now we're up to 2.7 gig, right? But to only be using 2.7 gig of GPU video memory, that is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Like, how did they do it? I don't know. Magic. Yeah, you're right, John. Every sim update has broken something, for sure. For sure. Well, you know what? There's an old saying, right? If you're not breaking it, you're not improving it. And there's some truth to that. If you're not breaking it, you're not improving the sim. Or if you're not breaking the program, you're not improving it. Growing pains, right? Needs to play this emergency pilot. All right, well, we got to get ready to, about 5 minutes or so, we're going to start our descent. We are doing live weather, so by the way, oh, see, I hit the tilde and it brings it, because I'm in developer mode to get the frame rates up. But let's go to nearest airport list. There it is. We'll just have text, right? Because we had that message. Maybe we won't even have text. Oh, there it is. Altimeter 2991. What? Try this again. Oh, crap. Alright, well, let me look at what the weather is for real. I'm going to just... and hope that we're fairly close to it. So I'm going to jump to a browser here. AirNav. KOEB. KOEB. And the weather right now, well, as of about 14 minutes ago, it has wind at 230 at 3 knots, so we could essentially land wherever we want, right? Thank you, Asus. So, 230, well, we're flying roughly 9.8, and once again, the runway for KOEB, 725 or 422. Let's just land on runway 7. That'll be like kind of going straight in. We'll just make it easy. I'm all about that right now. Life's hard enough, right? So we'll land at 7, so I'm going to switch the Bravo throttle quadrant over to heading, and then I'm going to just take my heading dial and put it on 7. That's a little trick, by the way, so I kind of know that's where I need to be pointing straight ahead when I'm in for a landing. So we'll just land on runway 7, guys. Did you catch that aviation spotter in Allen? And who else is flying with us right now? Yeah, good point, Low Tech. Yeah, the Q&A with a Sobo next time. That will be good. That will be good, my friend. Yeah, gotta catch that for sure. I've seen Silver Killa. Who is that? Which one of you out there is Silver Killa? I've seen that before. Guys, I'm like so bad with names as it is. Like, just ask Aviation and Aces. I like mix their names up all the time. And I'm amazed I can keep some of you guys as straight as I can. Five minutes, 50 seconds to our first stop. So we're just going to do a first stop here. We'll take a real quick bio break. And then we'll continue on to Put in Bay. And again, we'll check out that freeware, and we will, yeah, check it out. And I did test it, by the way, so make sure that it doesn't crash our sim. Did you hit the skins today? I did not, Low Tech. I think I know what you're asking. Javier! Well, that's you. Okay, Javier. Well, welcome. All right. Well, thank you, Javier, for letting us know that that is you. You've flown with us before, I'm pretty sure. Have you? I might be wrong, but that your gamer tag looks very familiar to me, my friend. Thanks for joining and for flying. All right, SimFans. Build timer is up. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and switch. Again, we want to put our, you can see it, I'm so damn close to the, turn our fuel pump on, and we're going to go ahead and switch to the left tank. By the way, you want this at Legacy to get the little arrow, otherwise it's just this little hand that wants to switch stuff around. We looked at that in our accessibility settings, right? So you got a left tank. Thank you, Aces. Okay, cool. Well, Javier, welcome. Cheers, buddy. Good to have you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start our descent. So I'm gonna turn just the altitude off, and I'm gonna just trim for a descent. Pull the throttle back a little bit, and we're gonna trim for 500 feet descent. There's a rule in aviation. And what it is you can trade altitude for speed or speed for altitude. You cannot have both, right? So keep that in mind. I think that's one thing that's always easy to remember. It's like, hey, that's why if you're like up at like 18,000 feet and you lose an engine, you got a lot of options, a lot of areas that you can land at. You know, but the same token, if you're down at 2,000 feet and you're speeding along, you're zipping along really fast, as in all of you know, you start increasing altitude, and you pull you increase that angle of attack, you start bleeding speed off, but you gain altitude. Pretty basic principle, but nonetheless extremely important, especially when you consider performance. We're gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit here, SimFans, here, so just kind of get a little closer to KOEV as we look at that. I could probably increase the RPMs a little bit here, get back to 2400. JRS, good evening. Good evening, JRS. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, sir. And see, now look at what happened. Now I increased the RPMs, and our aircraft is starting to go upwards, right? So we got to trim it back out. So anytime we increase our thrust, it's going to want to bring us altitude because we're gaining speed. So the thing, guys, is this aircraft is so stable. That's why it's a popular trainer. It just naturally wants to fly. It just wants to fly. It is extremely stable. Good aircraft to learn in. Really good aircraft to learn in. And the great thing about the Piper aircraft, they're low wing, right? So they got the low wing. Where at Cessna, you got the high wing. And those are a lot of the trainers, like it'll be the 152 or the 172 Cessna, and then a lot of the trainers like the Cherokee or the Warrior, like we're flying here. So you got the low wing Pipers and you have the high wing Cessnas. So there's advantages and disadvantages to both. One of the disadvantages of the low wing is you will get this cushion of air that will tend to make you float over the runway. It's called ground effect. And so when you get really close to the ground, you start getting this compressed air under your wing, and it really will keep you going and floating across down the runway. When you have a Cessna and you land the Cessna, you will notice that fairly quick. Here we go. You'll notice that really quick. That it's a lot, it'll just come right down to the runway. By the way, we got to turn on, oops, shit. I just pulled the, damn it! Keep pulling the mixture out. I wanted to put the carb heat on, because we pulled all this out, as I run this damn thing into the ground. And we're going to do a side slip to a landing, so I'm going to go left aileron, right rudder, and watch the airspeed bleed off. That's called a side slip. Normally I wouldn't be doing it right here, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. Pull that back out. 1 notch of flaps are in. I still need to lose some altitude here. Not the prettiest approach, mind you, but hey, guess that's what you get when you fly with SimFanatic. Sometimes they look great, sometimes they look not so great, right? You guys know this. We're gonna go at about 70 knots for our approach here to a landing. Get that last notch of flaps in. We got that in. Here we go, gentlemen. And runway 7 straight ahead, and we're just gonna go ahead and pull all the throttle out. First time I did that in real life, I didn't tell my wife when she was flying with me. And I pulled all the, there we go. That's pretty good landing, isn't it? Hold that nose off as long as we can, then we'll let it go down. And I didn't tell her I was going to be pulling the throttle clear out, and she thought we lost the engine. Oops, sorry, hon. Oops. Turn the strobes off. And we'll just go ahead and pull off here to the left. Again, we are using Track IR by Natural Point. If you don't have it or you've never heard of it, absolutely check it out. It will be the best peripheral that you've ever purchased. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You use your head as a joystick. It is an absolute amazing piece of technology. Pretty simple, but yet nonetheless wonderful. And you guys got to check that out if you haven't already. Track IR by Natural Point. It's linked below. Where's the gas pumps? Probably should throw some fuel in this bird. I don't know. I mean, not that we need to go to the fuel pumps, but to add to the immersion, right? Sometimes kind of nice. Good point about that ground effect, Asus. All right, here that looks like a fuel truck up here, and look at that silver killer. Javier with us. Javier beat us. Hi, Javier. All right, so we've got the fuel truck over here. We're just gonna pull right up here. There's the fuel tanks. Oh my God. I'll try not to hit this thing. Oh, actually, we can pull right on this T thing. Let's do that. Let's pull right on that guy right here. There we go. Probably. All right, parking brake is on. Track IR is disabled. Nav light off, and landing light was already off, and we're gonna go ahead and turn off our avionics. There we go, and pull out the mixture. Beautiful. There we go, SimFans. All right, Reaper 1. Not sure who Reaper 1 is, but cool. All right, guys. Well, let's do this. Let's take like a 5-minute, maybe 7, top 7. Let's take a 5 to 7 minute break. Go grab yourself a beverage of choice and maybe a little snack, because we've got a lot more flying to do, SimFans. We've got a lot more talking about Sim Update 5 and some things that are coming up that I'm really excited about. We'll talk about some peripheral stuff that's coming out as well, some hardware. So stick around, SimFans. And by the way, if you haven't smashed that thumbs up button, please do. We're going for 25 likes tonight, 25 likes. And I will catch you in 5 to 7 minutes, SimFans. Don't you go nowhere. See you soon. Okay, SimFans. Sorry. A little bit longer than I planned on. We'll get this party started. Alright. So we need to fuel up. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw in about 50%. Fine. 50%. Boy, that's really touchy, isn't it? 51, fine. That's fine. 51%. Almost 12.25 gallons in each tank. And we'll go back in. I think we're on our left tank, right, Aces? Yep, we're still on our left tank. How is everybody? Thanks again, once again, SimFans. Thanks so much for joining tonight. Do appreciate it very much. Got a lot more coming to you. So we are actually going to do our next leg of our flight, SimFans. So we'll be going to Put-in Bay. I think I pronounced that right. Put-in Bay. I want to say Put-in Bay, but it's Put-in Bay. ICAO code is 3William2 and or 3 Whiskey 2, if you want to use the proper phonetic alphabet. We'll get that volume turned down here. So 3W2. So we're gonna go ahead and let's get this party started. So we are kind of bugging me that this is an opening. I'm sure that's gonna get fixed too. Oh wait, I just got it. There we go. Woohoo! Again, guys, it's the little things. It's the little things. Battery is on. All right, let's get this cranked up. We're gonna do mixture full. Do I have the Bravo cam on? I think I have the Bravo cam on. Everybody saying, hey, hello. All right, we got the Bravo cam on. We're gonna go fuel pump on. We got the pressure up, and let's take a look around our aircraft, make sure there's nobody around. Nobody's around. Clear. All right, let's get it started. There we go. By the way, they got that fixed too. Just Flight got that fixed, which is nice because the Alpha, before I had to like actually click and hold on here with my mouse, and fortunately they got that fixed. So, oh God, help us! Now I'm gonna have to try to get this. You gotta be shitting me! Wait, right there we go. It's a little touchier. Like the mouse is touchier. All right, alternator on, avionics on. And of course this doesn't work, so we gotta go over here, flip this little switch, and what is going on? Why am I losing my mouse when I go over there? Like seriously, how annoying is that? Look. Oh, for the love of Pete. There we go. We got it. We got it! I think this actually keeps it too, SimFans. We actually get the Garmin is going to stick, and see, we still have our flight plan, so here we go. KOEB to 3W2. Woohoo. What do we got? 106 for a desired track. So we're going to go over here on the Bravo. We're going to switch to course on the selector, and we are going to go 106. So there's 100, 105, about there, right? Okay. Does that look right? Yeah, and actually that's not, so that magenta line is kind of off, but that should be correct. 106. Okay, so I think we're good. Now we've seen our windsock here, so since we can't tell because we lost Azure for some reason with the voice, so that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Azure uses the voice, so for whatever that is. All right, so we're going to take our car beat off. I forgot to actually turn that off. We're going to get a notch of flaps in. Are we ready to go, fans? I think we got some of you maybe around here, maybe not. Maybe everybody left me. Maybe everybody's like, he's taking too long. All right, well, here we go. Or we had a glitch. Why is my... There we go. I'll try not to run into that. We'll get our track IR back up and running. Who was having the problem with the map earlier? They were talking about the VFR map they were having an issue with. Who was that? Kind of an odd. So this is 22.4. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and take off from 22.4. Be kind of a short field takeoff here. Let's go. for that 60 knots, and there we go. So you'll notice like that magenta line, don't be fooled by that because it looks like we should be going right. That's not correct. We're actually supposed to go to the left. And then see that magenta line just updated. And say goodbye to KOEB. Don, are you with us? I'm not seeing anyone for some reason. And I'm not quite sure why I'm not seeing anybody. Oh, nope, there's somebody taking off. Of course, I turned the nameplates off, so now I can't tell who it is. Turn our yoke back on. Yep, there they come. Now you can go ahead and start turning, getting prepared to get onto the course line again as we intercept. All right, we can take that notch of flaps out, so that's coming out. And again, we're going to climb up SimFans to 3,500 feet. 3,500. Right now, passing 2,100.
Roger, Piper 89er available.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn the autopilot back on. We're going to go ahead and do nav mode. And we're going to trim for 70. I think that's right. Yes, 70. I should probably want to be more like 80, 83. Up to 3,500. You're up close. It's beautiful, as it always has been, right? It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Clouds off in the distance, but blue skies, right? Blue skies abound. Blue skies abound. I think that's a little high there. All right, we're gonna go altitude. Now that's in the way, isn't it, Aces? We're gonna think something's in the way there. All right, now we gotta trim. I'll try not to forget it this time, Aces. We're gonna trim and pull our RPMs out to 2,400. There we go, 2,400, and then we're going to pull our mixture out. Again, watching for that RPM needle to go up and then down. There it goes up. Now it goes down, so we go up again. And that's all there is to it. Super simple. Leaned our mixture. I said trim, I meant lean. Lean the mixture. All right, so this is actually kind of a cool little airport, by the way. Do check it out because you need to check out. It's a freeware package, and it's linked below. It was suggested by Lucas, or his gamer tag is Pins750, I think. He is in our Discord server, which is linked, by the way. Nightbot just threw that out there a little bit ago. If you haven't already, please join our Discord server. And but yeah, so this was a recommendation by one of you SimFans to fly to 3W2 or Put-in Bay, and it's kind of cool because it's like right kind of in the middle of the lake. So we'll have some fun with the flight in here. It's kind of a scenic route into this next airport. Yeah, that would be cool, Aces, if they would do something like that. That would be pretty. That'd be pretty nifty, dude. I don't know. Well, you know, I mean, honestly. So Asobo did take obviously code from FS10, right? but they did go ahead and revamp it from the ground up, which was definitely really needed to do. I don't know why for some reason the counter isn't working right now. What's going on with that? But anyway, so yeah, so you know, we knew that. Oh, that's not refreshing. Anyway, so we definitely knew that you know, it was going to take time, and so, you know, if you really think about it, Microsoft Flight Simulator, it is and isn't in its infancy, right? It's kind of this nebulous thing that's just kind of strange, because it's not like they truly started from scratch, but at the same time they kind of went from the ground up, again using code from previous simulator, but yet optimizing and obviously bringing something that has never been done before into the mix with the latest technologies with Azure and with the stuff that we have for GPUs and CPUs now. It's incredible. So yeah, Asus, I'm sure there's going to be additional features that Asobo is going to be putting out to enhance it. You know, I have no doubt they're gonna make it right. And you know, it's already great, but they're going to make it right. I think we did take overall a step forward and a step back, so maybe everything kind of balances out right now. But you know that Asobo's going to come out with a patch and for the PC stuff and make it improved. So I don't really have much of a doubt on that. So what do we got here, SimFans? We've got 44 minutes to put in. See, I said put again. Put in bay. It seems like a weird name to me. Put in bay. Put in bay. I don't know. Put in bay. Okay. Good enough, I guess. Do I dare say it though? I probably shouldn't say it, but like, oh god, I shouldn't say it. I'm gonna say it though. Are any of you out there like superstitious? Oh, there we got somebody. Who is that? Not sure who that is. It might be AI. But do I dare say we haven't had a single crash to desktop? I shouldn't have said it, should I have, Aces? I should not have said that. We haven't had a single crash to desktop. Have we had any stutters in the stream? I don't think we have. Let me check the logs. Clean. So there's a lot to be thankful for tonight. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, we really could speculate forever. That's kind of the fun though, right, Asus? I mean, it's kind of fun to think of like, what if? Where will it be? By the way, I read an article today. It was about Google has, what was it? Time crystals, like discovered like a way to make time crystals work, and it was kind of mind-blowing. It talked about like, you know, like the whole quantum computing, but like possibility of like actual warp drive somewhere in the future, basically busting Newton's law, you know. And I mean, it sounds pretty incredible. Like, was talking about like it's the technology that is the biggest news of our lifetime. Like, although electricity was here before our lifetime, well, some of us, but like bigger than, you know, bigger than that, bigger than anything, bigger than like your smartphone or the internet, like mind-blowing stuff. So it'll be kind of cool to see where that goes. Oh no! Okay, just like read that. Low tech, you got me, buddy. Because I like looked, I'm like, crashing now, and then just kidding. Okay, yeah. Seriously, I shouldn't have said anything. Actually, dude, I just should have shut my pie hole and not said anything. Because now I just jinxed it. I jinxed it. How's the sound, guys? Does the sound okay? I'm gonna just check really quick. I think the tunes could actually come up a little bit. I'll pump those up a little bit. How's that? I mean, but I mean, like, look at this. That's pretty sweet, right there. That's sweet. Look how smooth that is. So that's to me, guys, that is a huge improvement, though. I mean, I'll tell you what. When you're flying, you'd rather have frames per second than graphics, right? I mean, when it comes down to it, overall, I mean, you know, there's always a balance. But as long as you're getting, like we're seeing, we've got at least 34, 32. By the way, is that all right? I've got the FPS counter up this entire time. I mean, I certainly could turn that off. But, I mean, I don't know, guys. I just the smoothness factor, I mean, it makes it more realistic when it's smooth. I mean, that's pretty cool shit. So there's a lot of good stuff about the Sim Update 5. Let's not kid ourselves, right? What airport is that over there? I wonder. Just noticed that. KJYM. I'm not sure what that is. Huh. Which airport that is. Cool. Thanks, Lotech. Appreciate it. Tommy Hughes, voice is changing rough. Tommy, how are you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you for the smashing the likes up, the likes up, the thumbs up button, and doing a like. Thank you so much. We're at 22. We're like 3 away from our goal of 25. Guys, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. It's so much fun to be with you guys. This is why I do this. It's a blast. I got to tell you, it's absolutely fun because of you. You know, I used to just sit by myself and fly, and that was fun too. You know, fly from point A to point B. Look, we got some more. We got more planes going on here. Let's go forward here. But yeah, a lot of fun. Cradly sounding. Appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's. Excuse me. This is good stuff. Sim Update 5 is, you know, overall, I'm gonna say it's better. Can I say that without getting like all of you upset in chat? I think overall, minus the crash to desktop stuff that some of us are still dealing with, but I'd say it's. If you're, you know, like point the needle, like in the middle is like we're at the same we were before, after, and then like left, maybe it's not quite as good, and right, it's maybe better. Like we were on a scale of like, you know, negative to the left, positive to the right, like your typical x-axis scale. I'd have to say we're definitely over on the right with the Sim Update 5. But yeah, there's stuff that definitely needs to be addressed. Let's just leave it at that. But it's good. It's good. I'm loving the smoothness. I'm loving the frame rates. I'm loving the smoothness. I'm not digging the you know, past 25 miles. That's probably not even 25. That's probably like 15 miles. Like past that, it just becomes flat, featureless terrain that's a mesh of colors, right? That's not so cool. But like up close and personal, still looks wonderful. It's smooth. The frame rates are good. Yeah. And actually, Lotec, good point. We still don't have DirectX 12 yet, so we have that to look forward to as well. Yeah, exactly. I thought that Asobo and Microsoft were going to like release with Sim Update 5 the ability of DirectX 12. I mean, I thought I read that or saw that somewhere, and so I'm not sure what's going on there, but good point. That's got to be right around the corner. Because honestly, I thought DirectX 12 was going to be released with this Sim Update. I actually meant to look into that. Thank you for the reminder. I actually was going to... That was another thing I was going to try to do today. But I didn't get to it. Yeah. Yeah, Alan, that's... Yeah. So you agree too? Yeah. I mean, I want to know what all of you think. Really. That's what this is all about. I mean, I'll give you my opinion, but it really... The importance of the stream is your opinion, right? So I'd really like to know. But I think all of us can agree that it's a step. in the right direction, with the caveat, as long as Asobo and Microsoft don't just all of a sudden focus on the Xbox console version and PC's a secondary thing. If they stick with the primary being us PC simmers, I'm good with that. I'm good. I'm not gonna lie, if they lose sight of the PC side, I'm gonna be extremely ticked off, but I don't see that happening. I don't. I think we're in for a good ride. No pun. And it's going to continue to improve. Asobo's going to make things right. But there's a lot of improvements, right? There's a lot of improvements. By the way, you know, I have some of these notes here. Has anybody noticed, like, getting a weird kind of an artifact, you know, like line when you're at an airport on the ground and you have the asphalt? I have like this shimmery like line. It's almost like a stitching, but it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of distracting. Frank Rose, hello. How are you, Frank? Welcome to the stream, Frank. Glad to have you, my friend. Thanks so much for joining. Frank, what are you doing today? Let's see. Did you get to download the FREEWARE iHospital playing DC-10? I can't get it. I haven't tried, actually. You know, Frank, I'm kind of interested. But when I saw that you can't actually fly it, you can just walk around on the inside of it. I mean, it's cool and all that they have it. But I kind of lost interest when it's like, well, you can load this, you can walk around in the fuselage and see like the different parts, but you can't actually fly the aircraft. I kind of lost some interest, but nonetheless, Frank, I have not tried it. My son did on the Xbox console, and he's actually able to fly it from the outside. He can't fly it from the cockpit, but he can fly it from the outside. Which, by the way, SimFans, I don't know how much time this is going to take, but I do plan on doing a comparison between, I don't know, don't hold me to this, but I would like to do a comparison for pre-Sim Update 5, post-Sim Update 5. I've got a lot of content. I can try to like match it up and do something and kind of show the differences. But I would also like to get a capture card for my Xbox Series X, so I can capture that. I know you can capture it already with the built-in stuff for Xbox, but and then do like a comparison there between that and the PC. But I don't know if I'll get around to it. Hopefully I will. So, but don't hold me to it, because all that stuff takes so much time, and I don't know, you know, with the family and work and all that. I don't know if I'll have time to do it, but I'll try. Low Tech, you say, as a fellow drummer, do you have a favorite? Yes, I do. Low Tech. My favorite drummer is Danny Carey. Do you know who Danny Carey is? That would be my favorite drummer. I've also have other drummers that I really like Stuart Copeland from the Police. Obviously, Neil Peart. How could you not like Neil Peart? Those are so obvious choices. But yeah, I've got a lot of. But I'd say overall, my favorite drummer is definitely Danny Carey for sure. Frank Rose says, I think you can only get it on Xbox, not PC. Well, I don't know. I guess I haven't tried it, Frank. I can't say. I mean, I see it in the marketplace, though. But I don't know, Frank. Maybe. I don't know why they would show it in the marketplace, though. But I'll have to try it. But, you know, just for you, Frank, I will download it and make sure I can do it. And I'll put it in Discord if I have success with it. If I don't, I'll let you know as well. Frank, I'm pretty sure you're in our Discord server, right? Buddy Rich and Neil Peart is yours. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Buddy Rich. For sure. For sure, Low Tech. Yeah, for those of you that don't know who Danny Carey is, he is the drummer from Tool. I love Tool. I'm a big fan, always have been. So yeah, he's amazing. Oh, look at that. So by the way, I'm Frank Rose, yes. Awesome, Frank. So I had there's this local restaurant, and they make like really good food. I mean, they buy local, and they're a little pricey, but they're really good. But I had this dish. It was amazing. It was shrimp and like I don't know, it was weird. They do this weird stuff. It was like shrimp and scallops on linguine in this kind of like red wine sauce with like bacon crumbles, and it had asparagus, like little chopped up pieces of asparagus, which like, I know this doesn't happen with everybody, but like when I did a bio break, I don't mean to get too personal, everybody. When I did a bio break, what is up with asparagus making your pee smell? It does. I mean, it's just like, it smells like asparagus. I'm like, peeing asparagus. But apparently that doesn't happen to everybody. Apparently it has something to do with like your physiology or whatever, and it doesn't happen to everybody. But it's just like, good God. Like, I love asparagus. Like, I'll grill and I'll do asparagus, you know, spears and stuff like that. But I just, what's up with that? Why does it do that? I don't know. Obviously, there probably some of you are like doctors or chemists. You can explain it. It's just like, what is up with that? Anyway, it was really good though. I mean, it was. I've like been on this diet thing, not diet, but I'm kind of like watching carbs and stuff, and I've mentioned this before. But guys, I haven't had pasta for like ever. Like I had the pasta tonight. I was just like, I thought I would miss it honestly more than I have, but it was damn good. It was damn good. Low Tech says it does for you. I don't know what it is. Like, why does it do that with asparagus? It's weird. I'm sure there's like other foods that can do that too, but like asparagus for whatever reason, it's crazy, dude. Don says took off, didn't see anyone after flying towards 3W2, landed at Hillsdale Municipal. Oh, all right, Don. Well, I don't know. Like the last stretch, I'm gonna kind of make this. Maybe I'll start doing this as a regular thing, like. Because so many of you all fly with me, which I think is awesome. Like, it doesn't, for my streams, guys, you know this, it doesn't have to be a dedicated multiplayer fly-in stream. You guys can fly with me anytime that you want. I love it. I think it's great. But, like, maybe from now on, like, during my regular live streams, I'll do, like, the last leg when I'm doing VFR flights anyway. Because, like, a commercial flight, I'll do that, and it's just, like, one stretch. But like for the VFR flights, when I do those, maybe like the last leg, I'll just always turn on the nameplates and just leave them on. Because I always like to know like who all of you are and who I'm flying with. And some of you like pop in and pop out, and that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's great. But so maybe I should start. I might start doing that. So when we land at 3W2, we'll do a full stop really quick. I'll turn on the nameplates, and then I'll leave the nameplates on for that last leg. How does that sound? How's that sound, guys? Does that sound good? I like to know who's around me. I mean, when you see like all the nameplates, the reason I turn them off is that you kind of lose that level of immersion, and I like to give, at least for part of the stream, that level of immersion, like we're flying for real, right? And up to this point, we're not seeing nameplates when we're flying the real aircraft. I suppose that'll be something that'll happen, and some point we'll have like an interactive glass cockpit that's like fully enclosed and be like, hey, there's Frank, or hey, there's Alan, or hey, there's Don, or Low Tech, or Aviation Spotter. For real, for those that are flying for real, right? J. Rest, you can't be Italian. I am definitely not Italian, J. Rest. I am definitely not Italian, my friend. But did I give it away? Was it that easy to tell? Other than my like light complexion, right? I mean, like I burn. I gotta like lather up, you know. I do the riding, like bike riding. I'm huge into bicycles, and you know, I've gotta like lather up the sunblock, guys, because otherwise I'll come out and I'll look like a beet. I'll look like a beet for sure. Low Tech says sounds good. All right, man. Oh, I'm sorry. You were talking to Frank. Or maybe you weren't. Frank says, for your information today, I offloaded 4 Dreamliner 787s and loaded 2 777s and an Airbus 220. I was non-stop, very busy at Toronto Airport. So that's really super cool, Frank. So for those of you that haven't been streaming, Frank's been streaming, been a follower for quite some time now. You know, now when I say quite some time, it's all relative, right? Because I just started this channel essentially the end of December last year. Okay, so but Frank, you joined. I don't know. I mean, probably March. I'm just guessing. But Frank, he works at Toronto and works for Air Canada, and he does a lot of loading of aircraft, right? Right, Frank, on the ramp there. So Frank, that's pretty sweet, dude. I still have yet to fly on a 787. I would love to fly on a 787. That'd be so much fun. Frank says, yes, born in Italy. When you had it every day, I got sick of it. Oh, yeah. See, I mean, I don't miss pasta. It's weird. I thought I would, but it's just like, it was good to have, but it's just like, it's kind of like bread, right? It's like, I don't, I started on this Atkins diet, which you want to keep your carbs low. It's not keto. Like keto, you can't have carbs ever again, almost. I mean, you can, but it's like got to be a really reduced amount. But I knew I couldn't do that. But yeah, I mean, it's like bread now. It's okay once in a while. Like I had a hot dog for like the first time in like probably a year. And I put it on a bun with ketchup and mustard. I was like, God, this is so damn good. And I had a ballpark hot dog bun, and it was actually damn good. But yeah, I don't really like these huge buns that like overload your burger, or like if you're getting a Philly cheesesteak sandwich and that, where it's like all bun. I mean, I get the point, like it contains it and keeps it together, but I'd rather have like a thin layered bun and more of the meat than like all this bread. Anyway, I don't know. Ha! Thanks, Lowtech. You could be drumming now, but instead you're with us. Well, hey, Lowtech, I appreciate that, man. Actually, right now my drums are in the closet right behind me. I don't even have them out right now. How sad and pathetic is that? I was our neighbors to the north of us. They actually had like a little get together. They're actually out there right now drinking. They came and put all their chairs in our yard because we weren't out there yet, and it was kind of funny. But anyway, yeah. So I was talking about when I was drumming and I played for an '80s cover band in Des Moines, and we opened for like Great White and White Lion and Head East and. Oh, there's a few others that those names may not make sense to some of you, but some of you they might. And it was pretty cool. We just got some turbulence there. But yeah, that was fun. I'm not a big 80s music fan at all, but it was fun to do that. But after that, I packed all my drums away. I've got all my drums back in the closet here, and I haven't been actively drumming Low-Tech, so sorry, man. So you're just going to have to drum for both of us, I think, for the time being. I'm too busy with, like, right now with work and family and streaming and YouTube stuff right now, so you're going to have to drum for the both of us, buddy. But yeah, I started drumming when I was 12 years old. I started. When I was 13, I got a 9-piece Pearl export set, chrome set, which is actually what I have still to this day. Was it there? No, I guess no, that's wrong. I take that back. It was a 5-piece Pearl set. It was an old one. It wasn't even an export. I got my 9-piece when I was 18, I think. 19, maybe. Yeah. Let me see here. The chest. I used to have some stuff posted. Well, let me see if I can't break something up here quick so you guys can make fun of me. It's not even my video. I should have left my video like unlisted and had it out there. Give me a couple seconds here. See if I can't find. I can't remember where I put that. Well, I'll find it and maybe throw it up there later, but let's see here. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is shitty footage, but here I'll I'll go ahead and show it anyway. All right, let's just pause this for a second. Okay, so this you're going to be in for a treat, guys. This is not a treat, by the way, at all. Why would you want to watch him play the tom-tom? Oh, nicely done, Alan. Okay, so you guys, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? Because you asked. That's why, because I'll do anything you guys ask to a point. Let me be very clear about that. Okay, so let me do this. And I gotta extend this out. We go like that, and we go like that, and we go like that. This is a really bad. I mean, it's like, keep in mind this is like years ago. Okay, so but here you go. Okay, here. That's my set right there. And that's the. You can guess what the song is. It's not even the whole song, which is a good thing, because I won't pain you guys through the whole thing. But that was cool. It was like over 100 degrees that day. But that's me on the set. You can't really see me. There's probably another one where I could find better. And there's a lot of drunk people. Our singer was a little off key there, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good. We even have people like bouncing. I mean, that's a good sign, right? People bounce. Well, low tech, we also have like other musicians on the stream, as you know. Pretty cool. Anyway, that's it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. But yeah, but you know, that was years ago, and I miss it. I do. But it was one of those things where you can't just, yeah. No worries, low tech. That's all good, buddy. It's kind of fun to show, you know. Hey, nobody left, low tech, so no worries, man. And nice playing, thank you. Yeah, there's a few other clips. I need to find the one that so get this. I got the part because I could play Monkey Business. How sad is that? Yeah, it kind of was, Don. I mean, he really actually had a really pretty good voice. But he was also a little, I don't want to say anything bad. But yeah, I mean, it was a good opportunity. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed those guys. And I'll tell you what, we played a, gotta be careful what I say here. We played a biker rally. And I'm going to just say this. It was absolutely crazy. I'm just going to leave it at that. We played a biker rally in southern Iowa, and I can't believe I made it out of it alive. I mean, it was... anyway. It was just... Let's just leave it at that. It was nuts. It was nuts. 3W2 on is... about 17 and a half minutes, my friend. So we're flying... We're approaching... getting ready to approach the lake here, so but yeah, we're not too far. Let's go. Excuse me for yawning. Good grief. Party foul, guys. Party foul. We're only 2 likes away. If you haven't already smashed that thumbs up button, please do a like, and thank all of you. I know all of you, pretty much everyone has already, but I'm just going to say it again. We're so close to our goal of 25. So if you haven't, please do. If you have, thank you. Get a scary image. I mean, I didn't do anything that was like bad. It just, nor did anyone that I was with. It was just nuts. It was just like, I just remember like, you know, we were like, for the rally, we were actually like kind of the headliners, and oh my god, let me put it this way, like, I'm not, no, I can't even go there. But I was just like, yeah, it's like one person's like, "Are you the drummer from Coldfilter?" And yeah, I mean, people like, they treated us like rock stars, and we really weren't. It was a funny story, so really quick. So like when we were playing in that video I was just showing you, like I for like the first time ever, I had somebody setting up my drums. You can appreciate this, right, Low Tech? I had somebody setting up my drums, and so I had like, I didn't have to touch anything. They're all like putting my drums together and setting them up, and they were a road crew, and they like looked, and they must have been like local, maybe volunteers or something for the event. I don't know, because they're like, "Oh my gosh, how long have you guys been touring this season?" And I'm like, we're only doing this one gig. We're like opening for all these bands for the first act, and we aren't touring with these guys, you know? But it was we were being treated like rock stars. Like we, I know I mentioned this before, so some of you that have already said this story, go ahead and tune me out. But so like my wife's at the concert, and so we go back, you know, backstage, but it was like outside and everything, right? So, but we went on to, I think it was, I don't know if it was Great White or Head East. It might have been a combination of two. But we went on the bus, and so we walk on the bus, and it's like, you know, a lot of musicians on this bus, you know, and my wife's like, "What's that funny smell?" Did I say more? So, yeah, but it was a great time. It was a great opportunity. I wouldn't trade it for I'd trade it for the world, but it was fun. I do appreciate you asking about it, though, Low Tech. Good stuff, man. All right, let's check it out. I mean, like, look at the trees. I mean, that's good stuff, right? Did you guys see? If you haven't seen it, I posted it on Discord. X-Plane 11. So, like, X-Plane 11 is their next rendition or their next version of their simulator. Many have speculated that will be X-Plane 12. I guess that's probably about as safe as a bet as anyone can make. So X-Plane 12, but it shows how they only have like kind of the sprites and the kind of the 2D trees and stuff like that. Anyway, it does look like they're going to make vast improvements to their simulator as well, which you'd hope they would do. I can't imagine that it'll be visually as good as Microsoft Flight Simulator, because it just plainly don't. Laminar Research plainly doesn't have the resources that Microsoft Flight Simulator has. I could be wrong, but we'll see. It does look like definite improvements, though. I still, by the way, with some of these third-party aircraft and the sim updates and stuff like that, I do think that Microsoft Flight Simulator is definitely improving on the flight models, especially the third-party developers are improving on the flight models. I will say this though, I still feel like, because I'm a real-world pilot, I still feel when I'm landing an aircraft in an X-plane, I feel like it's more responsive and realistic to different forces than Microsoft Flight Simulator is, but it's getting pretty close. Like, for example, like even earlier today when I was doing a flight to, you know, kind of practice for tonight and make sure stuff wasn't going to break and crash. Like, I had a gust of wind when I was flying in. I think it was where we're going now in Put in Bay. I had a crosswind, and I mean I was crabbing pretty aggressively, and had to dip my left wing and correct for the crosswind with my rudder to right rudder, and I mean, seriously, I had to go back and use some of my real piloting skills to land the aircraft. So, and that's what this aircraft here, SimFans, with the Just Flight Piper Warrior 2, it actually felt pretty damn good. So I'm telling you what, Asobo's going to nail it at some point. They've got real pilots, they've got real aerospace engineers, I think, and you know, like just the developments and stuff. They're going to nail it with the resources they have. Let's just face it, Microsoft does not lack for resources, right? If they set out to do something, they're going to do it because they have all the money in the world they can throw at it. So I have no doubt. I mean, again, this simulator is, in essence, is still it's kind of in its toddler stage, and it's going to keep improving. Okay, I was just like, oh my God, did we just crash? I just got done saying that, and then that happened. Okay, but anyway, we're going to continue to see improvements. So it's a lot of good stuff ahead. A lot of good. I mean, like, look at that. It's like up close and personal, looks great. You get out here, it's all flat and like nothing. But right up in close, we get the performance, and there's probably something to be said about that. Something to be said. We already said it, right? Probably a couple times, 3 times, maybe more. But nonetheless, good stuff. Good stuff. Probably time to change that fuel tank. So we're gonna turn that off, switch it over to the right tank. I still had the fuel pump on, so we'll turn it off and turn the yoke back on. Before I forget. You can see this, the Warrior I know many of us had waited for quite some time. And it's finally here. It's great to have it here. Let's see. I'm going to get airborne there in a couple minutes. Got to find out if I'm getting on live or not. Says Don. Low-Tech says, how about a filter to show Xbox or PC only nameplates? That's actually a good idea. That's a really good idea. Don, it must have felt pretty cool. It was cool, Don. Yeah, it was awesome. Biker fight you ended up in the middle of? No shit. See, like, I mean, the people that I meet live streaming, it's just amazing to see, like, all of you just, you never know the people that are going to come across. It's amazing. Tom DeLay's wife and hung out back. That's awesome, Don. Dude, that's so cool. Imagine when this sim has the time X-Plane has had to develop. Oh my God, right? Low Tech. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, and you know Microsoft's going to stick with it. I mean, I hope they do with the Sobo. Can you guys imagine if we're already seeing this, right? We're seeing this in 2021. What is it going to look like in 5 years? What is it going to look like in, God, 10 years? It's going to look, I mean, it's almost looking real. It's going to be like, it's going to be next to real, if not like real. Oh no, he says lost power at camp for a brief time. Fuel timer went off, but about 9 minutes ago, I did switch it. He says, thank you. I did get it switched, buddy. That sucks, man. I did make a comment though, Aces. I'm like, well, I'm surprised Aces hasn't, didn't I, guys? I just made that a few minutes ago when I switched the tank. Like, I'm surprised Aces hasn't said anything, but we got the tank switched, Aces. Glad you got power again. J-Rest, good question. I did do a flight plan, so I'll go to that. So I did plug all this in, J-Rest. So I did the cord as the, you know, that we were departing, and then the destination as Burke Lake, and then put these as en route waypoints. So yeah, dude, I love this GTN 750. And by the way, SimFans, if you don't have this, why don't you have it? And I'm talking to myself, like, what did I get it like 2 or 3 weeks ago? So I mean, it's been out for quite some time for free. So definitely pick it up. Here's the other thing I want to talk about tonight, SimFans. It's like these clouds. I have the clouds at Ultra. Now let's do an experiment. I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna change these to low texture, and you tell me if you see any kind of. So they're Ultra. Let's go to low. They look okay. They do look a bit different. They do look different. But do they look that much different? Let's go back to. Sorry, guys that are flying with me, but let's go back to Ultra. I mean, okay, maybe there's some additional layers, but that doesn't. Those clouds do not look like the clouds before in Ultra. I'm sorry. Oh, absolutely low tech. The 750s. For one, for one, the fact that I don't have to use the stupid little pointer on the mouse to try to get the dial to just get the, just get the edge of the dial just right to like go up and down to select what airport. I can just go click, 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 and there I am. By itself, that is worth it. Not to mention everything else. Low tech, do you have the free version or do you have the payware version? I've actually debated getting the payware version. I like it that much. I honestly have, and I probably will. By the way, I am. I got a notification that my Navigraph subscription is set to renew. I do it by year. It's about $32 US, something like that. And I thought about it, and I'm like, do I really need this? And I'm like, yeah, I want it. $32 for the whole year, and I have all the latest SIDs, stars, all the plates, approaches, and everything. I don't do the graphs. I think some of you do, which is kind of cool because you can actually plug those into X-Plane and in-flight simulator. I think aviation, can't you do that for the A320, where you can show all the charts and everything right in there if you have that subscription piece from Navigraph? But I definitely think it's worth it. Definitely. So that's coming up. So I was like, oh, I got a reminder. That's about to expire. And then I've got the son of a gun. I can't remember what's the name of that program. I have like the mission-based program that I highlighted a few times for you guys. And I'm gonna have to highlight it again. I don't use it. Now that I'm streaming and I'm doing like all the content building and stuff like that, I haven't had time to play. What the hell is it? Hold on. It is On Air Company. So like On Air Company is a lot of fun. I never play. I'm gonna expire that one because when I wasn't doing YouTube stuff, I would play that a lot. I don't have time to play it anymore, but you guys should check out On Air Company. It's pretty cool. Oh, geez. Alan, thank you. Thank you so much. You're right. I'm spending all this time, like, talking. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it, buddy. We're not gonna overfly. I would have if you didn't say something. I wasn't even paying any attention to that. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it. You guys are the best. I'm telling you right now. Thank you. You guys are just like always have my interests in mind. You guys are like the best co-pilots. You are like the best first officers, really, honestly. All right, now see, I probably can't. Shit. Then I do that. If we tune put in bay. What should we land on? Let's land on runway 3. Let's land on runway 3.
3 was E2 traffic, Piper, November 82.
And then let's get this set.
2,100 feet inbound to land runway 3.
So we'll put our heading indicator on 3. God, that was almost bad, wasn't it? Let's see. What is the altitude of this airport? Okay, so we want 1,600, so it's good. I'm climbing a little bit here because I actually descended a little bit too much. Thank you, Alan. You definitely do that, sir. You definitely do, sir. So appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go 1,600. By the way, guys, because Put-in Bay is 595 feet mean sea level, so we're gonna trim out for 1,600 here, approximately. We're gonna be landing runway 3. And so, as you can see there, I've got my heading indicator at 3. I think it's just over this island thing here. All right. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot. Put a notch of flaps in. And what we want to do is get to about 1,100. Why did I climb so much? 1,100 here. Boy, and I need a bio break too. So this is a this is good timing, guys. Oh baby, oh baby. So we got 1 notch of flaps in. Landing light on. Second notch of flaps. And we're gonna be like going right over these trees. We'll brush the top of the trees with our wheel fairings, pull the throttle out, and here we go. Just like that. All right, flaps up. Landing light off. Strobes off. All right. Like how those planes obviously got backed into those spots, right? Because I mean, how do you pull into those T's, right? Well, here we're gonna find out because this guy's like ready for us. Try not to hit it probably almost hit the fence. For this guy, he says, "Oh, come right up from me and kill me." He's got one cone. Really? Okay. Good deal, buddy. I gotcha. All right. So, nav light off. Landing light's already off. Avionics off. And we're going to pull our mixture out. Beautiful. Beautiful. And next we're going to go over here. And we're going to turn that guy off. And then, there we go. All right, so SimFans, let's take one last 5-minute break. And then we will come back and we'll do our last leg. It'll be a short leg, probably only like maybe even just shy of 30 minutes. But I'm going to go ahead for this last leg like I promised. We're going to turn the nameplates on, and now we can open it up to all of you. And I am going to go ahead and go to, what the heck? That's weird. Ha! I'm not quite sure why that happened. There's Silva Killa. Oh my god, what is he in, like a 747? What is he doing? Alright, SimFans, so I'm going to try to level that out. Like, there we go, that's close enough. Alright. Okay, SimFans, so let's take a 5-minute break, short 5-minute break. We'll be back, and our last leg, by the way, is going to be just shy of 30 minutes. And we're going to do, we're going to proceed on to Burke Lakefront, in that basically Cleveland, Ohio. And it looks like it's about 22 minutes. So by the time we like taxi and take off, it'll probably be about 25 minutes. So not much longer, SimFans. Stick around. Do appreciate all of you. We're 2 away from the 25. If you haven't already, smash that thumbs up button, do a like, do subscribe, and I will be right back with you, SimFans, in 5. See you soon. that music down. All right, SimFans. And Blando, how are you doing? Blando, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Saying a quick hello. And Blando, hey, that's all I ask, man. Quick hello. By the way, Blando, thank you again for, many of you have probably seen, we now have a new animated logo for the start of the stream, and Blando put that together for us. So Blando, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. We got somebody that's trying to start their aircraft. I'm hearing something. All right, SimFans, let's go ahead and get ready. Am I missing something? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh. Jeez, John. Yeah, that's crazy. Like the late night guy that we would like all wake up and be like, I mean, like how many of us would do that, right? We'd like wake up and we'd just like sit there with like kind of like a little bit of drool coming out of our mouth, and we can't really sleep, but yet we'll watch it. We'll watch it, and that's too bad. Set it and forget it. Wasn't that the guy that did the set it and forget it? That's too bad. Huh. All right, SimFans. Well, let's go ahead and open our window. Let's get this bird ready for flight. We're gonna go ahead and turn on the fuel pump. We're gonna go mixture full. We're gonna look around our aircraft, make sure nobody's around. There's some guys over there. Hey, what happened to our guy in front of us? He left. Okay, clear. Make sure everybody's clear. Our parking brake, want to make sure that's on, and here we go. Got her lit. Alright, we can close that up. There we go, and feels good to have that fixed. We're going to do avionics. I'm not going to go over there because I'll lose my mouse, but we're going to click that button. And again, this should continue on. Set it and forget it, aces. That's right. That's too bad. That's crazy, man. Like, you see all these people, like, passing away. It's just like, it's a thing of the life, right? You know it's going to happen sooner or later. You obviously hope for later, but that's too bad. All right, SimFans. So, why do I keep hearing somebody, like, trying to start their aircraft? Who's around me that's trying to start their aircraft and they can't get it started? Somebody just got started. I just heard it. Wait, I'm gonna go this way. Is that you, Silver Killer? I don't know. All right, SimFans, let's get going. All right, parking brake is off. We've got our nav lights on, and that's all we need right now. Track IR is on. And we're just gonna go right here. This is so much fun. I mean, again, I have to say, SimFans, we talked a lot about Sim Update 5 tonight, right? And there's a lot of things that are great, and there's a lot of things that aren't maybe as great as we hoped. But the good news is, overall, it's improved. See that there's that artifact thing I'm seeing. See that, guys? Did you see that? That's what I'm talking about. You guys saw it, right? Where the hell did it go? Right there. See that? Right there. That line right there. Like, once in a while, I'll see, like, this blue line right there. I noticed that after Sim Update 5. I'm not quite sure what that is. But I only notice it when I'm, like, taxiing around an airport. Not a big deal, but it kind of, like, is... You know? When we're in our simulator, we want to be fully immersed, don't we? Not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but it's a deal. Let's just leave it at that. It's a deal. All right. Before I take off, guys, I want to make sure that I get our desired track set. Let's go ahead and put a notch of flaps in. There we go. By the way, I love this Warrior 2, guys. I really do. I think it's... I like all the Just Flight Piper aircraft. Some of you have the DC-6 from PMDG. I still haven't picked that up. It's not because I don't want it. It's not even the money. I don't have time to, like, learn it. So, Do I intend to pick it up? Yes, I definitely intend to buy it at some point. But I'm just like, well, I've got so many other things going on, and the sim life is a great life. It's ever changing so rapidly. This is kind of interesting though. Look at this. Our main thread up here, we're like actually locked down at 23, 24 frames per second, and we're now this is a freeware. Wait, we got some people around us. 24 frames. This is kind of interesting. Landing light on, strobe light on. All right, guys, let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Notice that the nameplates don't come up as close. We talked about that already, though, right? 105. Didn't I just have 105 on it? I'm already at 105, so it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. You guys go ahead and take off in front of me. Seriously. I'm gonna go into the grass and hopefully not crash. I'm gonna go into this tall grass. You guys go ahead in front of me. Someone else is behind. Yeah, go ahead. Because I want to get you guys in the frame here. So I'm gonna hold short. Wait, what happened? Oh, there we go. Okay. I was gonna say, I know that Alan Cleveland is around here. Alan, go ahead and take off in front of me. I want to capture you in the frame, because this last leg is about you guys. All right. So last leg, I want to capture you guys in front of me. There's Silverkilla. Nice takeoff there, my friend. That's really good. But and then it just disappeared. There's some quirkiness and bugs happening on, I think, with this guys. All right, that's all right. I'm just gonna wait one more. I'm gonna wait about a minute here and just see if Alan comes back. Not sure what happened to Alan. Okay, maybe we won't. Alan, I'm sorry. We're just gonna go ahead and go. All right, again, we got full mixture, full prop. We're gonna hit 60. We're gonna start pulling back on the yoke. And we get 60, and here we go, up in the air, into the wild blue yonder. About 1,000. We're gonna take that notch of flaps out. There we are. Take that notch of flaps out. There we have it. And start turning to the right. What was that? Did you guys see that? Did we not just see a lightning bolt? What the? Seriously, that was. Did you guys see that? Just saw a lightning bolt. Honest to God. Is that supposed to be? Maybe that's like a. I don't know. A mesoscale complex. Mesoscale convective complex. Sorry. That's crazy. Alright, well, here we go. Now we're going to intercept this course line. We got Silverkilla up there in front, and all kinds of people up front. Let me go ahead and turn off our landing light. Anyway, we just left the FREEWARE put in bay. Thank you, Pens. I know Pens, aka Lucas, couldn't join us tonight, but nonetheless, Pens, you are here in spirit. We do thank you for the suggestion. By the way, SimFans, I'm always looking for suggestions for live stream flights. All right, so next Saturday you got figured out, but Thursday, why don't you throw out a suggestion if you would? Go to Discord, go to our Discord server. Nightbot should have Discord up there somewhere if you scroll through there. And yeah, it's right there. And give us a suggestion. What would you like to see for a flight? We can do it Thursday night. We can do it, well, Saturday you've already got the giveaway. By the way, SimFans, we're going to be doing a giveaway for Vertical Sim Sarasota. Hey Aces, would you put that in chat? That will, so everybody can see what we're going to be giving away next Saturday. Don't miss out, SimFans. I think at the peak tonight we were as high as 20 20 viewers. Okay, so let's just say that we have 20 viewers. That's still pretty darn good odds of winning the giveaway. So I would say definitely join. We may even be able to see if the developer and founder of Vertical Sims would join us. He joined us last time, and I really like his software. I've had it for X-Plane. It's really a good value for what you get, and so he agreed to allow us to give that away. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That's going to be giveaway next Saturday, 8:30 Central Standard Time on a Saturday. It'll be a fly-in. This is going to be a crazy night, right? Because we're going to be doing a giveaway of that sim of the scenery, a vertical sim for Sarasota. We're going to be doing a multiplayer fly-in from there, and I'm going to come up with a route, or you guys can suggest a route from Sarasota, and it's just going to be a hell of a lot of fun. We'll be on Discord voice, and it's a chance again, Sim fans. I will be able to sit back and let you all take over. You guys will all be the stars, right? You guys will be the ones that everybody's going to watch. I'm going to take a back seat. I usually like fly behind so I can capture all of you. And yeah, it'll be a good time. And we'll be doing that giveaway. So don't miss it, Sim fans. You stand a good chance of winning free scenery. Thank you, Aces. So check out that link Aces just posted. That is the scenery that... And a shout out to Andrew at Vertical Sim. Great guy, and do appreciate him offering that up. You know, we're growing. We're a channel that's growing, but there's a lot bigger channels out there. I think we're going to become bigger, but if we don't, that's fine too. But just the fact that he joined our nice, comfy little channel together, and is offering up his scenery that he's worked so hard on as giveaways, it says a lot. So definitely appreciate you, Andrew, and Vertical Sim for doing that. All right, so fuel pump is off. We got to get our RPMs down. We'll pull those out. 2,400. And again, we're going to lean the mixture out. So we're going to look for that needle to go up and then down like it did. And we're going to put it back up. And there we go. That's all there is to it. Tip bird right back there out in Cleveland. Coming up. Hey, you know what? Have we heard from Aviation Spotter? You know what, Aces? I think I just realized something. Where the hell is Aviation Spotter? Where is he? I haven't seen him chat. Let me look. Nope. I've seen Aces. I've seen a lot of all of you talking. I haven't seen Aviation Spotter talking. Last time I saw him talking was way, way up high. You know what, Aces? Aces, you better go jump. I mean, you can't. You're camping. I'm suspecting that Aviation Spotter's... If he's in Call of Duty, again, Guns of Navarone, man, it's on. He better not be playing Call of Duty. He better not be, because it's like this is our time. This isn't his time. This is our time. He should be on the stream with us. Oh, okay. I missed that. All right. Well, I'm gonna give him a pass. I'm kind of a hard ass sometimes when it goes, but it's, you know what? It goes without saying, because he did that to us last time, right? Okay. I'm gonna give him a pass. If he was up at 3 a.m., I get it. All right. I'm sorry, Aviation. I take it back. I must have missed that comment. Okay. Kind of still fun to give him shit, though, you know. He's a good guy, though. I love him. I love him. Crazy guy left about an hour ago. He said in chat. I totally missed that, Alan. Shows where I'm at. I get in my own little world while I'm streaming. You guys know this. Wish I would have been able to say goodbye. I mean, I totally missed that. Hey, you know what? At least he showed up, right? Jeez, if I was Aviation Spotter and I woke up at 3 a.m., I wouldn't even have joined my stream. I wouldn't even joined it. I'd have been like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. So hats off to Aviation Spotter. I take it back. I still have a lot of fun giving him shit though, but it's all good. Cool. Thanks, Aces. Thank you, Aces. All right. Well, well, maybe he'll come back and watch it, and he can see me say, "I'm sorry, Aviation Spotter, for just assuming you went to play Call of Duty." The only reason I assume that is because Aces said Call of Duty, and then I said Call of Duty, and I just got my head stuck in there that he would do it again to us. My bad. My bad. I'm trying to figure out, like, you guys notice that there's this counter for how many people are on this stream. It's not updating for some reason. I don't know why. Because we're like popping between 10, 12, 13, 14, but it's been sticking at 15, so oh well. Since it's not even working, I'm just gonna turn it off. All right, SimFans, so how far do we got? We got only 17 minutes, so let's take a look at the airport that we'll be flying into. Is Burke Lakefront, and the elevation for Burke Lakefront is 583.5 feet. So we're just going to say 600 feet. And runway is 6 left, 24 right, and 6 right, 24 left. So 1600, we'll plan on Alan and whoever else is out there, we'll plan on landing at, we'll pattern altitude at 1600. We're just one away, SimFans. One like away from our goal, 25. I'll probably say it at the end, but if you have it and you just happen to be jumping in, please hit that thumbs up button, do a like. I apologize for constantly asking about it, but it's just like we're so close, we're one away. Now look at this right up front here, SimFans. Look at this. Now those clouds kind of look interesting, don't they? Like it's kind of building and in that, I don't know. Again, we're doing ultra clouds, so. Time. That just made the highlight reel next month. He'll include the apology. Probably. Oh, I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, Call of Duty is fun. Like, Aces and I played that last night, and I was not... Look at, we got a little bit of turbulence. I like that. But yeah, I didn't play very well last night. I mean, I'm mediocre. I can hold my own, for the most part, when you say Aces. But, yeah, see, look at the clouds there. Now, see the clouds there? That looks pretty damn good. Those clouds look pretty darn good. Was there like an update while we were flying? Because that doesn't look too bad. Maybe it's just when we get really close to them. I land wherever I can. For sure. Sure. So 1,600, so all intents and purposes, we've got to lose 2,000 feet, which would get us to 1,500, so roughly 2,000. So that'd be 4 minutes. We're going to start our descent at 5 minutes. Aces, help me. At about 10 minutes, we'll start our descent. That's an idea, though, Aces. We should really think about doing some like water landings, right? For sure. Oh! Thank you guys. 25. Don says there's your 25. Awesome. We hit 25. SimFans, thank you so much. We hit our target. We hit our goal. I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate it, guys. That is really wonderful. You guys are the best. Cheers to you, my Sim fans, all of you. It's been a good discussion, hasn't it, tonight? I think this has been a good discussion on Sim Update 5. I'm feeling better. You know what? Like, there's something about getting with all of you and flying. I feel better now that I've been able to, like, kind of talk stuff out and, like, my concerns, my excitement, my frustrations, and you guys like kind of like help me kind of like reset a little bit and get kind of that get that baseline, and I that's what this is all about, this stream, guys. I do appreciate all of you joining in and giving feedback on Sim Update 5. I mean, there's plenty of good, there's plenty of bad, there's plenty of indifferent, but you know the thing is that, hey, we have it, right? And so you know, we've got this amazing simulator that hopefully will just keep getting better. And are there improvements needed? Sure. Like we've talked about, there is. For those of you who just joined us, check out the stream. You know, it's going to be saved. It's going to be posted. We had a lot of good discussion tonight, but yeah, I mean, it's going to hopefully keep getting better. And hopefully us PC simmers will still be the forefront of Asobo and Microsoft. And we'll see where it goes. Cheers. Asa says, "Let's go for 30." Hey, I don't know. We've got 15 in here. We got a few new people in here. They might. Aces. They could maybe. They could maybe hit the thumbs up if they wanted to. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with 25. Thanks, guys. That's extremely cool. Cheers to all of you. I totally forgot about me like losing at Aces last stream on last Saturday night, where I couldn't even talk. I was laughing so hard, and Aviation Spider was talking about it. He said he watched it about the 100th time. I'm sure that's going to probably be making the highlight reel. I'm guessing, knowing him. Don, I have 3 laptops and a tablet I can fire up. No, the important thing is, Don, do you have 3 or 4 different YouTube accounts? That's the important thing. That's good stuff, buddy. Good night, guys. One of these days I'll get a second brain cell and figure out how to... Dude, no worries, Don. I'm like I've always said, Don. There's no judgment here. This channel is for all of... You know all of us by now, right? And it's all good. Don, sorry we couldn't have flown with you tonight, but hopefully, Don, if anything, do try to jump in on Saturday night stream and dude, go into Discord, let us know. I'll jump in, I'll fly with you if you want to do a test. I know Aces would, I know Aviation, I know Alan would, any of us would jump in if you want to do a test, just test run, and to work together and help you if we have to figure something out. But Don, thanks so much for joining. Blue skies, my friend. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time, Don. Take care. Have a good night. Cool, man. Stay on as long as you want. We don't have that long to go. I want what he is drinking. 10.5 minutes is all, SimFans. We are getting very close. This, by the way, is there's a local brewery here in Iowa, and it's called Topping Goliath. But it's like, look how thick that is. That's like super thick stuff, right? I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like when it gets down to the bottom, it's kind of like, ugh. It's a little too much, but I mean, it's really good beer. But I mean, I can almost like chew it. Ah. I think it's like Centennial hops, like abound. Sure, Don. No, I mean, look, I'm glad you're staying a bit longer. That's awesome, Don. We don't have that long to go, man. I mean, seriously, we only have less than 10 minutes, dude. So, I'm glad you're sticking around. That's great. Oh my God, Aces, no shit. I mean, truth be told, that's why I like to bike so much, because I don't have to feel so damn guilty drinking this kind of stuff. I almost said another word, but yeah. Yeah, it is thick. Let me put it that way. Very, very thick. What'd I say? It's just 5 minutes out? 5 minutes out, we started descent, right? And let's see. By the way, yeah, 6 less 20 for right. So I don't care. We're gonna go 6. Let's go 6 right. Okay, guys, 6 right. So I'm gonna set my dial to 6, and we'll take 6 right. Airport elevation, once again, guys, is 600 feet, so we're going to drop down to 1,600. So we have 1,900 feet to lose. Look at the frame rate. So this is interesting, though. Isn't this interesting? Now we're down to 22, 23, or 24 frames per second. And the main thread is dying right now. Now my drive is loading textures, so that could be why. Or we might have a memory leak. That looks like an anvil head. Look at that. That's crazy when we saw that lightning. But like, look at that. We're at 22 frames. So again, I'm on ultra settings, but now my drive is loading textures. So it's probably like because we're coming into Cleveland, would be my guess. And so that's probably the deal here. Silver Killa is way ahead of us. And I'm going to go ahead and commemorate this evening with one last brew. This would be the Two-Hearted IPA from Bell's, which Bell's is out of Michigan, SimFans. Last one for the night for me, anyway. Not necessarily for you guys, but for me. But that seems still weird though, because I'm at 26 frames per second. I was getting better frame rates than that before. Like it just hit 18 and 19, so I'm not quite sure. There's a lot of clouds. That might be part of it. There's a lot of clouds. That could be part of it. Limited by main thread. Huh. I don't know. That seems interesting though. The fact that dipped down that low. I mean, think about it. Like we left Chicago O'Hare with PA-28 scenery, and we were like at what, 28? And we're like over the lake. Like I know we're coming into my drive's still loading textures though, so that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. It still is loading. IGL Felix, hey, how's it going, IGL? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're about ready to start descent. And by the way, Aces, I can't believe I haven't switched my tank. Although we're still good. Look at the right. We're on the right. We'll leave it there. All right, we're going to turn off altitude. We're going to start descending. 1,600 feet. Gosh, look at that though. 25 frames per second. What the hell's going on? It's still loading textures. It's got to be why. I'll tell you guys when my drive light stops. So then we know kind of like what's going on. I'm gonna go full mixture. I forgot that last time, by the way. Still loading. Still loading. Yeah, it was definitely short, Aces, right? Full show. Look at that. What the hell? 17 frames per second? What is going on? I've got both drives. I've got both of my drives lighting up now. It is a PA-28 IGL. Yep, this is the PA-28 from Just Flight. The Warrior 2, buddy. That is exactly right, my friend. This is really weird because like I've got like both drives like kind of going back and forth loading textures. I'm just not trying. I'm trying to get this so like 22 and 23 frames per second, and both my drives are like loading right now. Oh well. But we got Cleveland. All right, let's take a look. We'll be running. All right, we're gonna be landing on 6 right, SimFans. 6 right, right above, right ahead. If you look. We got 6 right over here. City skyline. I'm going to turn off the autopilot so we can bank right. Kind of interesting though. This is pretty bad on the frame rates, and I don't know what's going on here right now, but I mean, 20 and 23 is pretty bad. So. We'll just roll with it though, SimFans. Awesome. That's awesome, Felix. Well, good luck with that. That's good to hear, buddy. Yeah, you'll, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, Felix, there's a reason the Warrior and Cherokee, Piper Cherokee, are used as trainers. They're very stable aircraft and they just want to fly. So, and I'll tell you what, part of flying and learning to fly is feeling safe, and you're gonna feel safe in it. They're awesome aircraft, man. 18 frames per second. Give me a break. What is going on? Like, just after I get done talking about like how great this is and how it performs well, and we're coming in for landing, and this happens. And I mean the drives are still loading. There's like some sort of textures loading up here. But hey, look at that stadium. Cool. All right, here we go, SimFans. I'm gonna put down 3 flaps. Cherokee, yep. Cherokee's a good aircraft, buddy. Very good aircraft. All right, we're gonna hit like 70 knots. All right, and we're gonna take all the throttle out. I'm just trying to figure out why the frame rates are so bad. There we go. Keep that nose up as long as we can, and let it gently come to the ground. Put up the flaps. Flaps are up. Yeah, the frame rates are really bad right now, guys, and I don't know why that is. Like, I'll tell you what. Like, I flew this earlier today in preparation for the live stream. I was getting like 32. Right now we're at 16. So this is interesting. I don't know if there's like some sort of memory leak or what's going on, but see, and there's that artifact again, that blue line. But anyway, again, we're on ultra settings, but something's, and it's still loading. Like, I'll just tell you that right now. My drive is still, both drives are like loading textures, so there's something obviously going on here. All right, so we've got our parking brake on, and let's go ahead and turn off our nav, strobe, and landing lights already off. And let's go ahead and turn off our avionics. Those are done. Pull the mixture out. Oh, beautiful. We'll go ahead and open our little window here. Come on. Little window. And now it's not gonna work, of course. Can we do this? Oh, yeah. And then we gotta go down here and hit her. There we go. All right. Now what if we go out? So this is kind of messed up, but kind of crazy. Reaper 1. All right. All right, SimFans. Well, hey, so there you have it. SimFans, thank you so much for joining tonight. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, and I know many of you have, smash that thumbs up button, do a like, do subscribe. We're building this channel together, and it's all about you, right? And so don't forget, next Saturday, we're going to be doing a giveaway of Sarasota, Florida from Vertical Sim. Aces had put a link in there. Check it out, but we're going to be doing that. And for Thursday, SimFans, for the stream, we're going to have none but the only aviation spotter is going to do the funniest moments for all of us from this past month. And so looking forward to highlighting that before our stream on Thursday night. SimFans, thank you so much. You're the reason I do this. I appreciate all of you. And until next time, SimFans, stay safe, take care, and have happy Sim times. Blue skies, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. I'm gonna increase this. See where we're going. Add a little bit of. How about that trim wheel, SimFans, on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant? Beautiful, isn't it? Holy. Well, somebody just flew by us really close. Pardon my French. Pardon my French, Joe. Yeah, there he is. He's taking off. There we are. What the hell? Did you see that? What was that? Tell me what that was. What was in the middle there? Because we buttered it. We buttered it. And it says we crashed. I'm going to call bull crap on that. Do you guys think I could... Let's see if I can get this... let's see. Not the other way. Probably not quite as good as Austin. Thank you, Austin. Alright, I'm getting parked. Give me 1 minute.
I think we'll start gently setting up our approach then.
Sounds good. I'm gonna run through some of these baggage carts. Oh no! Those actually registered.
Oh, did you crash?
Yeah. They actually registered. I wasn't prepared for that.
Green, I didn't touch the ground.
Okay. All right. Here goes T-Mac. Oh! And there he goes. Nicely done. Hey, he touched and went though.
Darn it.
Here comes Flying Boeing. Is he? Oh, he hit right before, but he bounced. He bounced. You get under control. Is he gonna go off? He's gonna go off the end.
Right through me.
Oh, did he? Damn it! I wish I had my drone view. Oh, I got that. I got it. Oh my gosh, that was great. I got you, aviation.
What happened?
Oh my god, you're gonna have to. He flipped the plane. You're gonna have to check it out on the stream. That was great.
Let's see how this twin does.
he hit it, but he bounced back up.
I put full power.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna. Oh no, he's gonna crash.
Well,
he stalled.
Here's
Tipper. Tipper.
This plane is a heavy plane.
Oh. Yeah, you got it down. I'm good. I made it. What was that? There was a jet that just crashed, and yeah, well, they'll have to make the highlights maybe.
Guys, I think this airport just closed down.
Whoa, he hit him.
Oh my goodness.
He hit him.
He hit him all right.
Aces, are you gonna taxi back, or are you gonna?
Oh no!
Yeah, T-Mac just bit it, and Tipper just bit it. Hey, you know what? That's good for camera work. This isn't good. Oh shit! All right, we're crash landing, guys. We're crash landing. I don't know what's going on, but what happened? Did you guys see that? I am using live weather, but dude, we have a high performance. You know, we have the turbo, but like I couldn't get any RPMs going out of that. Yeah, I definitely went down. Well, that was interesting. No, I don't do that. What? What? Okay, there it goes. It's like all of a sudden there's like snow or something all over it. Okay, let's try this again. Automated weather. That was the problem. What is he flying? Wait, what is he flying? Guys. Oh, what? That's not a Cub, is it? There's no way that's a Cub. He's not flying a Cub, right? Because if he's flying a Cub at 11,600 feet, there's no way he's blowing by us like that. He said he has a perfect aircraft. That's not a Cub. What is that? Wait. It might be. Oh my god, there he goes. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Oh, give me a break. Like, you're flying like that in that airplane? Not at this altitude. What's that big green light, like, in the middle there, though? Like, seriously, dude, what is that? I mean, look at that crazy mofo. Oh my god, we're floating. Oh, this is nuts. Sorry if I blew your eardrums out, but that was too funny. Oh my god. Well, now I don't feel so bad, Aces. Oh my goodness. That crazy guy. Turn the strong and I missed my turn because I'm laughing. Oh my goodness. Strobes off. That's a pretty cool shot too. You guys are all like in tight there. That's awesome. I'll have to put that on my like desktop or something. That's sweet. That's sweet, guys. Nice job. Nice flying. Wow. Especially for the fact that, you know, we're like 30 seconds apart from like, uh-oh. Kyle, did we just lose you for a sec? You'll come back.
Sounds good. We got a nice little diamond formation going on here.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Sorry, I got a little out of position.
I'm gonna take a screenshot and post it quick. Look at that. Flying Boeing showing me up. It's all good, my friend. Look at this. Hey, no, we're flying together. Full throttle. What the hell? It's a race! It's a race! It's a Gear up. We have heavy rain, right? That's what they say, heavy rain. Live streaming, I think it'd be hilarious, it'd be fun. And that's what we do. Instead of just being a flying, we're doing kind of like fly here, fly there, fly there. We're just like... Still got everybody? Yep, everybody's with us. Like... So, I think you're probably having a lot of blood flow to your head there, Aviation. You're like hanging upside down watching all this stuff. Case in point. Oh, shoot. We got a rail yard here. Sounds good, Kyle. Thanks for joining, man. Blue skies. I'm up your left. I see you breaking to the left. Have a good flight, man. We'll see you next time.
That's all for now. Bye, guys. Safe flights. Blue skies.
Blue skies, buddy.
All right. Take care, Kyle.